YouTube in here, and then we are good to go as soon as YouTube tells me that we are also live for today. It's taking a sweet second. There we go. And everything seems to be correct. But how are we doing? How's it going? What are we up to on this lovely day? Hi, sugar. Watermelon sugar. Hi. Watermelon sugar. Hi. Hello. Hope we all good. We all amazing. We are adorable. Hi, Yuri. How's it going? How are we feeling today? Well, let me check what we're actually going to play tomorrow. We are apparently gonna play Assassin's Creed on both days. So tomorrow and on Saturday. So we're finishing Assassin's Creed first. Hi, Scorp. And then it's, by the way, still 16 hours left if someone wants to vote. You have all the time to vote. You have still 16 hours in the Discord to vote for which game we're starting on Saturday, or if we are continuing the game that we are currently already started, aka Assassin's Creed, and for once actually gonna speedrun a game. And hello on YouTube. Hello. But how are we doing? How's it going? We have Scorpion, we have Yuri here, we have Sugar here, we have Asil here, we have Stone here, we have Akrat here, we have Nish here, we have Romat here, and we have Inazuna here, and Inazuna did manage it again to be faster than the bot. I'm impressed by that. There's a Cascade up right now, I'm aware. That's why I'm leveling my fuel, because I will we are going to play the Cascade. We are playing the Cascade in let me lie, like 30 minutes roughly. Like, give me a little bit of time before we starting. But I like that you like pressuring forward, Sugar. But yeah, I'm planning to run that Cascade. But before that, I would like to quickly level my staff, because not necessarily the Sigmark Tant is not necessarily the Tigris, but I would like to level my Fully, because my Fully my Fully does need another former, because due to Arcane Sculpture, I did change my build a little bit, and likes, I need likes for later. So if anybody quickly want to join for either run, feel free to do so, but I will quickly go in otherwise public and just go with whatever and hope that I can quote unquote nuke. Ha 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 ha. But yeah, I don't have a lot of survivability currently on my Fully. Besides rolling guard. But we're rolling my guard. But usually I want to chit chat with you a little bit at the beginning. So we're going to do the chit-chat while we are in ESO, because it's just ESO. But I wanted to hear how your day were today. Not like prime testing. Should I rename my legs to leg? People, I made a funny little short. No, it's actually a Twitter post, it's not a short. But I made a funny little short. I still need to get better at editing VTuber stuff, because editing VTuber stuff to editing normal is completely different. So still have to improve a little bit. Funnily enough, it does get a little bit of a traction, right? But so the clips do get a little bit of traction. I do see that, but at the same time, they don't get the amount of attention. So apparently, traction, aka views, do not actually transfer into interaction, if that makes sense. Which I find actually kind of, all my stuff is so unlikable, which is also absolutely possible that my stuff is actually hi Necrotic, that my stuff is actually kind of how do I say that nicely to myself, kind of boring. Oh, not boring. I don't think it's boring, but we talked about that. Sometimes stuff is harder to understand because it's taken out of context, right? So for you, the whole scene is completely understandable. Hi, Rambert. Thank you so much for the 120 stream streak, right? And also you I did realize, and people referred it to me to the ADHD editing. People want to have every second something happening on their screen when they're watching shorts, and that is not really is something that I'm like really good in, if that makes sense. I'm not good at like this type of like super hyper intense attention seeking editing, but like we're learning, darlings, we are learning. So I wanted to hear, how was your day? How was work? What were we up to today? But yeah, we are playing fully. We're playing fully today in the Void Cascade. I just need another level on her. 170 stream streak. Let's go. Thank you so much for that support, Skizzy. I appreciate it. Rami and Skizzy are like... No, actually, no, Rami is good. Rami is really high, but I think winner currently are still Skizzy and Asil. I think Asil is exactly 1 day behind Skizzy with the stream streak. I think Asil would be like, thank you so much for 155 stream streak. Thank you. Hello? There we go. You lost 3 course of work? I'm sorry, Rami. You're doing amazing, and thank you for being here and stinky work and... And everything. Oh, I'm zone 3. I should have left, I guess. Unemployed tag for stream streaks. No, not the host migration. I just got a cat prog. No, I just got a cat prog, I think. I think I just heard it that I got a cat prog. And now I'm reset it. I'm sad. See how they're all getting roasted. But like, yeah, I try to not be unemployed. I may be self-employed, but I actually try to not be unemployed. I like to have food in my... Okay, I should not say that I like to have food in my fridge, when my fridge is literally empty. I literally ate for dinner my last bit of yogurt with banana. I ate my last banana and my last yogurt. I think tomorrow it will be desperately time to go food shopping. If I can motivate myself. Otherwise, it will be an interesting day tomorrow. I'm still not max. Am I not killing enough? I thought I wanted to kill. I'm killing apparently not enough. Eating half of a watermelon right now? Ooh, tasty. Also refreshing. Oh, I didn't mean to press that. That sounds pretty awesome. No more food left? Yeah. I know that feeling. Like, I also, like, I have, like, you know what's the worst is? I don't even have, like, anything like oats or anything. I was like, I wanted to have, like, oats in my yogurt, right? I don't even freaking have oats in my yogurt for my yogurt right now. No, I'm 28. Give me that XP. Quick, give me that XP. Oh, are you kidding me? Am I actually like... I have to go back in for like one more round. Oh, is that annoying? I'm missing like... a little bit of XP. They're like... Well, there's a buffer. Oh, hi. You will not be any chance in NAF, right? No. Oh god, flashbang.
The sanctuary will go on without you.
Oh, that is so annoying. Look at that. But it's good if I go back in one more time, because then like actually everything is max leveled. But the thing is, I will tell you right at the start of the mission, with my luck, I will get immediately a pad proc, and then I feel like so first out. You know, because like instead of like... Yeah. Yeah. Commit crimes and get former. I mean, I don't need to commit crimes to get formers, but I have formers. Although seeing my like fully is actually unfashioned. That's kind of like interesting. My Foley is, I think, actually unfashioned. But, like, you will not see a lot of her because, you know, believe me or not, we do have a Hildred, a Trinity, and a Mirage with us. I mean, like, what a combo. I would have needed that, like, last round, I feel like. That would have been, like, so much quicker. See, now I'm, like, just chilling here. Because, like, I'm maxed now. Got the electric sizzle. Oh, I do need to change the setting with the energy colors of your teammate now that I think about it. Wait, let me do that. Team. Reduce team visual effects. Because that is why I see all of the like energy colors of people default, which made it like so bad yesterday for Zeus and Orion. Okay, bye girly pop. And if you don't want to stand till the end, you can't honor the codex. Oh, look at that. I have a juicy jiggly statue of myself. Who does not want to have a juicy jiggly statue of themselves? Ow. This Lava Cap Juicy Jiggly self copy? Yes, because look at that jiggle. Look at it. No, but we're literally prepping for like a level cap. I want to play fully and I needed another former into her, so I'm quickly leveling here. But look at that gorgeousness. It's adorable. I think I will put that up even towards level cap just because, you know, it looks gorgeous having that in the room. So I like that. Okay, don't get me in there by accident. Don't suck me in. I think that's not even the song that's currently going on, right? No. I don't know which song is currently going on. Bob Sinclair. I don't know that song. Sigane. I don't know. I'll be getting flashbang today in Warframe. I said maxed out my standing. I might want to change that. Oh yeah, also, I have the Sigmar Tantas now. So I am officially maxed out. I officially own every weapon in the game now. I still think I'm not maxed mastery because I still think I'm missing like 1 or 2 tenet weapons. I think I don't have the Kuva Gulsar maxed right now. So I'm not maxed. Oh, 1 ire. Nice. I don't think I'm like maxed. We can quickly check. Also, like, let me put that back to invite only. Yep. If we're going for equipment and then mastery rank, we're missing. Oh, no, wait, I'm lying. We're actually only missing the Coda Bubanico. The Coda Bubanico is currently rank 36. We can level that later, maybe, so we like actually max. But with that, I am officially at 93,762. So I think we would be at 93,700. No. I don't know. I can't do math. I don't know where does this weird 2 come from? Oh, from missions and steel path missions. Yikes. So that's like an uneven number we will never fix. Why do I only have... Okay, is it normal to have 27,569 points for missions? Is that normal? Is it normal that this number is uneven like that? Or did they add any, like, missions? But I thought I have done... Seems so. Also, like, you all have that. Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, I probably don't wanted to have the funny number 69, I guess. Oh, we also have, like, assist. Okay, we need to, like... First things first, darlings. We do need to... get rid of the assist. And then I want to hear about your day. What did you do today? What did I do today? I looked for sodas because I realized I'm addicted at the moment for like sweet drinks, which is not good, I know, but they're sugar-free usually, which ones I consume. But since I don't drink caffeine anymore right now because my anxiety, there's not a lot of option. But I did realize that Fanta, you know, has a lot of like flavors now. So, and I will go to like a nicer shop on Friday. So I hope that I might find one. I did find Fanta Lemon, and I'm like kind of hyped for that because I love Pepsi Lemon. So I'm pretty sure I will like that one. But yeah, and then I did Elden Ring editing. Elden Ring editing, Twitter post editing, and then like something we will work on later. Hi, Frostwick. And then something we will work on later. We will work later on a little bit of research and testing. Because I have not decided yet what to do. Okay, we will do something that you all hate. Going for random colors. Oh, no. Actually? You know what? Actually? You will not see it anyway. I'm running shade on my setup. I do have to say that. So it's not something you will actually like be able to look at. Right? But, you know? Oh, below mama. Juicy. I mean, like, I kind of like this, like, pink ombre into, the, like, the darker blue into this teal blue into this turquoise. I kind of like that. Maybe not the gold accent. Maybe the gold accent are not necessarily meant, but I also, like, I don't think my bronze would fit here for once. It is a really good contrast, right? So, randomized, successful. The only thing is, like, I don't feel like fashioning her because I will generally run around with shade, right? So, yeah. Weapon-wise, we don't need anything. We're playing completely around her at 2, by the way. So... The teal from the ink is a good middle ground to ride because it's not too dark, but it's also not too bright that it blends in with the cream color and the pinkish. So I do agree on that. It's a pretty good contrast. I was never aware that she has like this weird wiggle thing above her butt so you don't see her butt crack. Well... Nah. There. See the booty cheeks. See them, hear them clap. I mean, like, her animation is still the best. I think I use her animation on literally every video that presents a primary weapon so far because, like, people are going crazy over that. For that, we have capture. True. No, I'm just saying, this animation here on every other frame, I mean, like, on her too. But, like, that animation with the show of the primary is, in my opinion, the way to, like, start any show regarding, look what type of primary I have. And I will get, like, on each short ask minimum once which animation that is. So, a win is a win. The reveal in the death stream was something true. People were so hyped about that. That reveal was definitely something. But I'm excited for that. Okay. Now it's like an awkward little bit of like time we have to like... I can spend my... Oh. I don't want to call it awkward. But like, it's this thing of like where I don't want to start anything because I know that I want to start a Void Cascade in a bit. So it's not really that we want to like start anything, but we can talk about what we want to do today. After the Void Cascade is just there to chill, as always. I just enjoy running Void Cascade. And Fully is a new frame. There were so many oh no's in this chat than predicting what would follow. Yeah, they were kind of scared, but like, I think they're also like... DE walks on a really fine line regarding fan service where it is obvious that they're doing it, but they're not pointing it out. It's not like they're putting thirst traps in there, right? But not in the classic sense of like super hyper like the First Ascendant did it. So it's more of a like, okay, to First Ascendant is also like a little bit more human coded with character appearance. We do have to say that, right? But it definitely is something else. I don't know what randomly I want to... Oh, that one, because... Nautilus. But what I want to do later is I want to do build testing. I have an idea for something, but I do want to like see which build actually feels the most comfortable. Also, the First Ascendant is mostly the same body type. I never played it or looked at it enough. I only know the clip farming from it. So I can't really talk about that. I didn't even try that game. Because First Ascendant came out right when I started Warframe. Or like a week after I started Warframe. So I was like kind of like, oh my god, I just started Warframe. I don't feel like at all touching a similar game that has me put the same amount of effort in there. So I was like kind of like, no thank you. Oh, I have like a few Orokin Catalyst. Orokin Reactor. Yeah, I need to take care at one point of all of the other frames. I do have enough Warframe slots, I think. I have 7. But this Fully here is for Subsume. And the Xeris and Orion is for Subsume, so... The rest we actually want to keep. The rest is actually... Oh, and this Uriel is also for Subsume. But the rest are just there, so I have the, like, normal frame. Hi, Dash! You bought Palvert? Nice. Like the first couple of months, like the first pass, was funish, but I fell off because only one character was viable. Really? Was it that bad? It was okay. Question: was it only viable for you because you like the playstyle, or was it because viable regarding actual like strength? Because I remember that a lot of people liked the bunny frame, and the bunny frame was actually kind of like super not weak, because she was not weak. She was just like glass cannon type of build setup. I hope you will enjoy Palworld. I do own Palworld, chat, but like I don't know. I don't have a server or anything. And like I don't even want to host a server, so I don't know how to like. Yeah, we're talking about First Descendant. Yeah, First Descendant. We're talking about First Descendant, yeah. But like I did see the update. I saw also like it looks really cool. Some of the like new parts that they added were like actually really insane. I did try playing Palworld like once. Let me check. I do have a little bit of hours. I think I have like 20 hours in this game in Palworld. So it's not that I'm like completely, you know. Oh, I even have 40 hours in the game. And I think the like official update is pretty cool. It's just like I don't know. I mean, at one point was that I kind of got lost in it. Like, we were playing on a server with a bunch of people, and I simply got lost, and then I didn't know what to do anymore. And then I always feel like, no clue where to like get back into the game, and then usually I just stop playing, if that makes sense. I'm not a big server player, especially when I have the feeling that everyone else is already like way ahead of me. And Powered has this weird thing. Oh, not weird thing. How do I explain it? That like other people can craft things for you, right? And then I was a little bit like, why should I even like continue like leveling? Hi, Haku. I quit after the power creep was getting too much of a pain for how little you got from farming, and the characters took too long unless you ask for the mortgage to buy the characters. I remember that when we like when it right started, that some people were complaining a lot about repetitive farming. Like the overworld, certain like missions were so annoying, and some people like on purpose always try to load in late into the mission, because some farming was like overworld, so you had to like start on overworld the farming. You had to go to a spot and click actually you want to start something. For example, like that you're like helping a drone to go somewhere, and people were like purposely loading in late, so they didn't have to do it. They just got the like rewards. I remember like that whole context about. I don't know if they ever changed anything like that, like for that. But I remember a lot of people were complaining about that. Haku, how was your day? How are you feeling today? Hope you're doing good. I was okay at the start and it did get good, but then you needed to min-max to even be able to progress. Oh, really? You needed to min-max to even beat the program? Okay, that is insane, because like in Warframe, like I know people don't want to hear it, but like you can legit run on most weapons like unmodded around, or like base modded with 0 formers and still be like fine for the base content. It might get a little bit like annoying, more annoying towards like Steel Path, right? But like I would say before Steel Path and maybe Arbitration, you don't really have to worry too much about your modding, except on like certain frames. Certain frames do need a little bit of higher investment, but some frames are just like so good from their base that like an Hurricane Reactor and Hurricane Catalyst is completely could actually even be more fun in Quest to play unmodded. I don't know. I like the quality of life. Me getting like, I was thinking to replay all of the quests because someone was like asking me, right, if I want to like replay all of the quest lines, and I was like, if we don't have anything to do till Tau, we maybe like actually replay everything, like one quest a week type of thing. You had a maxed out character that was OP, then they realized a new descendant. Oh, then they released, sorry, a new descendant in the story, and my character tickled them. I had that big issue with Genshin Impact. Like, that was my main reason. So I did take a break from Genshin Impact before the area of Fontaine came out, right? So between Natlan and Fontaine, I took. This was way worse than Genshin. I mean, like, that's absolutely fair. It's just like that's where I experienced it, right? I took a break between Sumuro and Fontaine, right? So, and when I came back, all of a sudden my favorite character was Hu Tao. And all of a sudden Hu Tao was not good anymore. She needed a new set completely for her to be viable, and a lot of other things. And that happened to a lot of characters. Death Short ended, but no Hildren nerf. But Raza ETA EDA changed. I will watch the like Death Short later and we'll give you a quick rundown later. Isn't that good so? Letting game harder so it challenge you as a player? Not if it feels like pay to win. Genshin is actually considered pay to win. I mean, like, it is a gacha game, so kind of obviously it is like, you know. But like, if it makes older characters unplayable, I don't think it's a good thing. Because it simply didn't get harder. You had to pull certain characters because they did introduce a new combination of elements, and for that you needed you know, you needed to have that to make it actually work, or like you needed for certain 5 stars for certain DPSs, you needed a really specific support in Genshin. They made that really. Yeah, I'm kind of glad that I like quit Genshin too. So whenever I see people playing Genshin, I also like now with the current area in Genshin. Like, okay, I don't know, like, what the... I forgot what the newest area is called, but, like, all of a sudden, it doesn't look like Genshin anymore. I feel like Genshin tried too hard to look like Chi-Chi was always playable. You were always, like... Hi, Jack. You were always able to play Chi-Chi as a physical player, to be absolutely fair. The game was a money black hole. Oh my god, I agree on that. I spent probably like 1,000 or 2,000 euro or something on Genshin over the time I played. I played over 2 years, I do have to say that. But like, I paid so much money on like Genshin. And I know that I was even just a small fish with that, by the way. Man, I'm fully aware of that. Wait, you had almost all C6, 5? Oh gosh. Nah, I didn't do that. Hey, we're gonna run a Void Cascade. I'm gonna play a full A. We're going to play around her too. And I'm playing Shade. Stay alive. Anybody wants to join for a level cap Void Cascade, feel free to do so. But keep in mind, we are going for a level cap. That means we're running 1.5 hours. Just so you are aware of what we're actually doing here. Also, make sure before you're like joining in that you are not dropping, but like using up all of your reactant, because apparently leveling or like leveling relics in mission apparently is currently bugged. But I did play only Sucrose because hi Danielle, because he was the best one. Others were more of a thing to have. Never even touched most of the other ones if they are not buffers. Really? Your new Sucrose? No, my girly pop was Hutao. Hutao with Zealand or Hutao with Qingqi was my favorite combo. And then later on Ayaka. Hi, Lucky. Like, yeah, that was my type of tea. Also, for those who have not seen it, we do have a lore Warframe short that came up yesterday, and we do have a new Elden Ring episode that we got today. So if you want to go check it out, we are recording editing wise. I made it now finally to the Elden Ring weekend that we had. Okay, I'm slowly catching up with Elden Ring actually. And like editing all of my Elden Ring stuff. Yes, we're slowly getting there. People get so pressed when I would show the Rock Pillar Boy C6. Oh, you mean Zhongli? I think like the only viable constellation for Zhongli was C2. But like, I don't know, C6? I don't remember anymore what C6 actually did to Zhongli, but I think C2 was the strongest constellation. But I have no clue about the newer frames, to be fair. No, newer frames. Newer characters in Genshin, so... can't actually tell. Wait, but Haki, you did say how your day was. Let me scroll up. Work like hell, like physical labor is so good. I miss it so much. It's nice to do some. I also like, okay, that's not the same example as physical labor, but I want to get myself so desperately back into like doing more yoga and Pilates, because usually I do a lot of swimming. I didn't do it since I moved here, which is 3 years ago or something. But I feel like I need to do more Pilates again, because like, where's my shoulder? I don't know, did I tell you that I popped my shoulder on Thursday? I did pop my shoulder on Thursday again. So it's slightly getting better. But I can't sand. How did I do it, Haku? I don't know. I woke up with it. Will you bring Lax Prime? No, I will not bring Lax Prime. I will bring Foley. We're bringing the other legs. We're bringing the squishy stuff. How are you doing first week? If anybody else want to join, let me know. Otherwise, I will start right now since nobody said something. So I'm just going in. Ba, 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 ba. Da, 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 da. Oh, you join? Okay. Sorry. Sorry, Skizzy. First week was a little bit slow. You was legit on sick leave for a month for the same thing. This can't be reality I'm forced to live in. To be fair, there is a difference, right, Haki? You're like actually completely sublocating. No, you're actually locating your shoulder, right? I'm just subluxing. Right? That is different. It is not like it's slightly different what happened to mine. So mine is not completely jumping out of the movement. It's just getting stuck technically, or like I can't really describe what sublux is, but like I'm just subluxing it. It's not as bad in theory. I'm not in here today. Yeah. Tivat world that was originally technological advance and sent a signal to the twins. Thousands of years before the twins arrived, and only now we are seeing the space elements on this. As we get closer to the climax of the Tevat saga, we are seeing more space elements from the original proposed post-apocalyptic sci-fi. You keep popping them joints, girl. You're doing great. I don't know. It kind of hurts, Haku. I would like to not do that, but like, you know, your girly pop needs to shine. Your girly pops needs to shine. Also, chat, you on YouTube, were you aware that you can actually like join someone as well, where you get like cute emotes? Period. I agree with Haku. I kind of find it really interesting that like subscribing is the normal follow on YouTube and joining Popper okay. Oh, I didn't mean to. Oh. Never mind. That's a quick reset. I think that was a really quick reset. Oh no, first week! We lost you! Come back. There was one more thing to say you forgot. You will remember it. You will for sure remember it. Block it best. Well, something was first with YouTube and then Twitch made it something else. True, but like I started out on like Twitch, if that makes sense, and then I swapped to YouTube. So I need to like calibrate my brain to like saying the right thing, you know, because like Girly Pop is making advertisement for herself. Oh, that's not what I want to press. That's absolutely the fuck not what I wanted to press. I pressed all wrong buttons. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Shade, for making me invisible. I really appreciate it. Okay, what do we have here? That's already like a good start. It's just like chaos. Actually, where's our like room? Wait, what? I don't know where the room is. Am I like tripping? Is it here on this side? Supporting cake artists, no matter the word for it. Yeah, but like, if I say subbing, it means something else, right? So like, you know. Alright, where? Oh, is it going this way? It is going this way, right? Yeah, and that is brick. Ah, it tricked me. It tried to trick me. That one is a... Ooh, that one is a dead end. You barely see that. And that is also dead end. Ah, okay. That is a 5. We have a 4-3-5. Actually, we can stay. Yeah. I just need to, like, run back, grab my reactant, and then come back here to, like, actually... We have just, like, one jump that is slightly annoying. Hi, Anthony. How you doing? How's it going? I need to grab my reactant, and then... I'm already off again. I mean, like, technically now, I don't need to immediately... I can save for a tiny bit. I can indeed save for a tiny bit, but not for too long. What even are we playing? We're playing... Oh, we're playing Colero and Varuna today. Wait, you're playing such a melee setup, and then I'm like, here was like... Invis girly pop, I don't know. I mean, like, I know I will slay, but... Yeah. That is... We have, like, a lot of dead ends. Ugh, I'm stuck. We have a lot of dead ends today. I'm genuinely surprised by that. A lot of the doors are actually, like, completely closed off. We had one door completely closed in brick. And now we have one door okay, please be a good room. Okay. Yeah, damage reduction for me. "10-minute intro outro to tell people to join, sub, follow on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. Right? Don't forget the Instagram. Can't have that happen, right? Ooh, I'm electric charged. Oh. Why don't I click the funny button that allows you to see my videos more? I find it interesting that apparently per algorithm and statistic that you need to say that at all, but like you need to say it because apparently like people like generally like have a higher chance to actually follow if you remind them to follow, which I find really interesting that you actually need to remembering them. Hey, you have the option to follow, you know. I find that generally interesting that, you know, that it's a thing that you need to do. Otherwise, they're just less likely to follow you for some whatever reason, as if you need to hold their hands and guide them to the like follow button, which I obviously will do. I will make sure that I have the brightest airplane landing station for you available to, like, you know, follow me. No, Julius, and that is also like, I don't want to hear, like, I don't accept any trade questions here in chat. Also, like, I doubt that you have anything that I want. Like, all honestly. If you want to trade, your best bet is trade chat or Warframe Market. I would highly suggest to not go into people's chat to ask for trades. You want to trade your unconditional love for hard pads? They are from time to time on cooldown. You will have to fight with the bot and the other people here in chat around that. Oh, I took equilibrium off, and now no wait, I took energize off. Now I don't have equilibrium. I don't even have an equilibrium shard. Well, that could be like an interesting void cascade. I remember that you can put on sculpture, so I swapped energize for sculpture, right? Guest darlings who completely forgot to like put energize on. I need to actually pay attention that I don't spend my abilities too much. All of this energy. Look at that. All of the Civ deconstruct energy cuties on my floor. Potential energy, potential energy. That would be actually like a name instead of equilibrium. Call it potential energy. It's okay, you forgot to unemployed fat. Like, will we have never like a non-scuffed first run? I don't know what to tell you, but I feel like I always have a like scuffed first run because like I always like forget something on my build because I'm like, hey, let me spontaneously look at it and like change something and then not actually like double check my build and then yeah. That makes stuff interesting. Okay, I'm a fully that skates exponentially with her ability to level cap. As long as I don't run out of energy and the enemies are still standing close to me, I can just literally hide because I'm using shade. You know, Frostwick just has to carry. You know, that simply is. Frostwick needs to kill everything so I can like actually don't give a shit. You know, putting slight pressure on someone else. So for once I can like. But like, to be fair, Frostwick is playing, you know, Collabo. Collabo can absolutely, you know, be a maniac. Don't you forget your acid shells again? I would not even be surprised, honestly, darling. Subsume dispensary on her. The thing is, I have Arc and Sculpture, so I have positive energy efficiency, right? I just need to put, like, I currently run Parker Velocity, but, like, I can simply have Prados on, right? So I actually don't need the Parker Velocity shard, so I can change the Parker Velocity shard to, like, one Equilibrium shard for quality of life. Like, a little bit comfort, because my energy is fine if you actually look at it. It's not bad or anything. It's just, like, don't spam your ability and actually, And to be fair, just like wording wise, her ability scales per enemy's HP, not per enemy's level, if that makes sense. So if you hit an enemy that is like a heavy gun or something, you deal more damage than if you don't hit an enemy with like a lower HP. So it's HP like dependent. Oh. Yeah, apparently I don't do like a lot of damage to Thraxes right now. Oh, he takes. he was on the way to take down. He just took his sweet time. And as always, raw because it's electric, so it double dips. Hi, Phoenix. How are you doing? How's it going? How are we feeling? Yeah, I was wondering if the fifth one was skipped. I don't know why we skipped it, to be fair. I can't tell right now. Good today is relax day. Ooh, nice. We like relaxing days. Anything you did specifically to relax? Did you had a nice shower? Good food? Did you sleep in? Alright, now the questions. How do we deal with acolytes? Thermi RPG. Okay, acolyte didn't spawn on me. Noted. This is Thermi RPG if someone wants. Just like that. Yeah, just like that. Oh, I'm stuck again. Okay. Whee! Energy level, by the way, I will, it's not a warning, I just let you know, because I don't need to yeah, I don't need to excuse myself, but like energy level today on me, for me, is like kind of like -10. I don't know what happened from yesterday to today. So yesterday was like good, but like I was already like, you know, kinda. And then energy level from yesterday till today went like minus. So, yeah, I got hit by something. Why did I get hit by something? How dare someone hits me, actually. Need 4 hours? Why did you only need 4 hours, darling? That does not sound like a comfortable, good amount. You had to wake up early. Did you do something nice at least? Did you get yourself something tasty because you woke up early? Yes. Did you get yourself a hot pad? Ooh. Technically suitable. Taliban. No, did you at least good breakfast? I mean, I could also ask why you like stayed awake for so long, you know, but... You know, not putting pressure on you. You're stressed over your health insurance? Oh no, why? What's going on, Remy? Wanna talk about it? I don't think we can help, right? Because of different country laws and everything, but like, you wanna talk about it? Today's back to work after vacation already. Go on to the next one. Yeah, I feel that. I also feel like I want to have a break. Like, I want to generally have a vacation, but like, I'm not in a spot to have a vacation. Like, I don't even know how people pull that off to have like as a streamer or as a content creator. Like, how they ever feel like having the time for the vacation or the right for vacation, because like, I don't know. Doesn't feel like a good idea. To be simply gone for like a week or two. Do sensitive information? Now that's totally understandable. Sorry, Rami. But I hope you will figure it out. All of these energy on the floor. Even so I max energy and I don't actually need it. But like all of these energy on the floor. It's okay. It is not okay if it's stressing you out, you know what I mean, darling? Like, obviously we'll take care of it, and like, there might be like a solution that is the best for everyone, but like, if it stresses you out, it's right now not okay, right? Because like, it's just unnecessary putting a lot of like pressure on you while you definitely should technically, you know, don't have to deal with that one. Okay, 175%. Oh, nice. Efficiency is just such a good quality of life. No matter what happens, you got this. If you ever need to vent, we are here. Exactly, we are here. You can give hat pats and hugs. Not on me. Wait, where's my RPG? Wait, how do I use the RPG? I called the RPG, but like, how do I call it? Oh, it's there on the floor. Oopsie. I dropped it. Well, I guess. I don't know. I never played fully. I'm new to playing fully, okay? Like, I did play fully, but like not in the case of like playing around to 2. I don't know. Never did that one. Fully kind of chill. Maybe. Yeah, potential. I will see later. I will see when I'm at level cap and I still don't have a crash out about pressing 2. And also somehow I lost my... I thought I could keep the RPG in my hand simply, but apparently I can't. Does the RPG despawn after a while? I guess so. Okay, like AoE kind of sucks. AoE is killing me. Barrel. I'm using Shock Trap because of the multiplicative boost of purple shots and raw. Think it's easy to weapon swap and drop it? Oh. Wait, should I do that? Or, like, do you mean if that's the easy way to get it? Or is that what by accident happened to me? Okay, let me test it again. Oh no, I drop it in front of me. I drop it in front of me. No, I simply dropped it in front of me right now when I just summoned it. I think that's what happened. You don't want to have my person? No, I lost it after summoning. I don't know what happened. Did the rotation fix itself, by the way? I didn't pay attention to it, but I did feel like the 5th Exilizer did spawn in the last room now. Oh, hi. Yeah, get raw buff. It's fixed, but off by 1. Oh, yeah, that's annoying, guys. Oh yeah, because we like cracking not in like in the order, right? Because technically we should crack once after this room and then twice in the last room, right? And that's not happening right now. I see that. Hi, Cos. How you doing? How's it going? Well, in the end, you're just spamming your 2. I probably like should have put my 2 onto my side mouse button. Because usually I always have the 1 there, but I feel like I should put always my... Save my fingers. I should always put my spam ability there. No, don't do that. Evil. Evil. Definitely evil. I'm pretty chilled so far. I say that after 7 rounds. But hey, 7 rounds are 7 rounds, right? Absolutely not actually towards level cap or anything, but you know. No, I have like on my other mouse button, I have going in and out of operator because I can't even reach the 5 to do that. And my ability is like always my first ability is on the side mouse button because on most frames that is the shield gate ability that I play a lot. Like really, for example, and stuff like that. Hi Zen! Melee is E, interact is E. My hands are small, my hands are kind of small, yeah. My hands are indeed kind of small. Well, what are we using here? How you doing, Zen? How been your day? You know, it's actually uncomfortable to try to reach the 5. Hi. Don't do a backflip. I'm trying to hit you. Okay. Kinda worked out. Didn't one-shot it. You have to say that. That's the barrel. I don't want to have the barrel. I want to have... Ooh, ouchie. Control. Crouch is always on control. Like, who monster put crouch on C? That's like horrible. You cycle your abilities on scroll wheel, then active with mouse button. I mean, you can do that too, but like, you can't do that for the 5 because 5 is the operator. I crouch on C in other games. Yeah, because it's default, but it's horrible. Why would you do that? You crouch on alt? Why would you put it on alt? I mean, like, it's not... Okay, alt I can't understand because it's like right next to space. What is jump? You can actually? Oh yeah, meta I select. I see that. Yeah, I see that. Okay, yeah, no, that's weird. But I don't use the pinky. I use my side hand. I don't use the pinky. Wait. I don't use pinky. I use the like the side, like the bone underneath the pinky of my hand. Like I pressed like with my hand kind of the crouch button. Your pinky's on shift? Yeah, kinda, yeah. What do you crouch in other games, sir? Huh? What do you mean? Because now I'm putting crouch on side mouse button like Warframe. You're part of the palm. It is always control for me. Crouch is always control for me. What else would you put it? But like I crouch with my palm instead of my pinky. And my pinky is shift. Wait, well like, okay. So, tab is my gear wheel, okay? Tab is my gear wheel. The button above tab is my mission overview. You can just left, yeah. I can. I mean, like, not with the palm, just with, like, the small little bone, like, yeah, kinda. What's wrong with that? Yeah. Huh? Yeah, that's totally, is it totally normal? Your hands hurt? My hands do hurt quite a bit. My hands always hurt, but, like, that's probably because I have, like, I have carpal tunnel syndrome in my hands. So yeah, kind of, my hands always hurt, so I, like, kind of made it that I don't have to move my hands. But controller is even worse. How come? I have carpal tunnel syndrome. I'm getting bullied. I have in both hands carpal tunnel syndrome. No, actually, officially, no, I don't have it, but I have all symptoms. I'm getting treated for carpal tunnel syndrome without being diagnosed. Diagnosed with carpal tunnel syndrome because, like, yeah, medicine is weird. Doctors are weird. They did all tests, said, yeah, you have it, and then they did like the nerve test, and they were like, no, actually, no, you don't. It's better than touchscreen. No. Yeah, but okay, the thing with controllers, and like you will all make fun of me, and that sounds like super pick me, but controllers are like not designed for small hands. I don't know how people play with controller because my hands fucking hurt having to press buttons. I know that they're like, okay, they're like advanced controllers where you have more buttons in the back, and that part probably would be my lifesaver, but they're expensive, the modified controllers like that. But like, if I had more buttons in the back and actually could use my pinky and my like ring finger to do shit, so I don't have to like overly strain the other fingers, maybe. Because more buttons on the controller to like, you know, but like... Yeah. Wait, you move forward on E, you go left on W, and you crouch on Alt? I mean, like, you go girly pop. I mean, like, I think, like, controls are simply something you need to, like, find for yourself, right? Because, like, I hated to detonate your brain. I had to, like... Yeah, 200 US, so, yeah, I know. They're, like... And, like, okay. One day I will buy all of that shit. You know, one day I will be, like, the rich motherfucker sugar mommy and can afford all of that. Right? But right now, your girly pop is working on a new PC. Hey, do you and like Strax, do you like mind not running? Go. You know, when I'm the rich bitch auntie from next door, you know, then we can like get a lot of shit. And like think about a lot of things. Right now it's about paying your bills, darlings. Actually have food in the fridge. And, you know, working on a new PC. Or, like, not working on a new one, but modifying my PC. Which next steps are most likely... Thank you for the hot pad. I need a new SSD. Oh, not a new one, I need an extra SSD. I'm kind of done with having, I'm burning. Let me press 1. Oh, I'm kind of slightly done with having to uninstall games. The word sugar. I think I pabloed yourself. Oh, sugar, darling. Do you need a sugar auntie? But I'm glad that I trained you well, my dear cat. Okay, no, we stop. We're not into pet plays here. The only pet that is allowed in here is me, and I'm a cat. Dude! Holy shit, that spooked me! That spooked the shit out of me! Also, like, we're like, oh, the thing got kidding with it. Thank you so much, I appreciate it! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you! Oh, we got a cold! It always does, dude. Oh, thank you so much for the amazing support. Thank you. You're so gorgeous. You're so adorable. Thank you. It is so much louder than everything else. What is that? That is the Throne message. That is when someone is contributing something on Throne, and it was like 3 times. So yeah, the thing is like, you know. The thing. But it is louder than everything else. But like it's like, you know, and it's a sound effect we have to honor. Right? So okay, I have to say in the Zeriman lighting, my Foley doesn't look as juicy anymore. I feel like the Zeriman lighting is ruining people's fashion. It's that the blue is definitely washing out a lot of your outfits. But if you're wondering, chat, we just had someone really kindly contributing towards the SSD, towards a new SSD and towards the graphic card. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Where's SSD? Yes! SSD. Nice. Yeah, nice. Thank you. Whoa! Alright, don't jump towards... Okay, that's like... Take kind of like dot. Technically it's a take. It's a take, it's a dot, whatever you want to call it. Right, on an enemy is so interesting because they just randomly die. They're moving and they're dying. And then they're gone. Except of that Guardian Eximus, right? That one is the only one that refuses to die. Ooh, wait, Oberon, that's amazing. We have a Zaku one as well. But you know what I plan? On Friday, I go to like kind of like nice grocery store, which sounds weird, right? But like it's for me like something that I don't do because I don't have one close to me. So I'm getting driven there by a friend, you know. And I will look because I remember that I told you from the store that has like these a lot of Japanese like Fanta flavors and everything. I'm going to like a shop like that, right? And I want to pick stuff out. And then I will send you photos which one I picked out, and then we can test next week together the new things. I probably will down 1 or 2 drinks already on Friday because Friday is new PoE League. And that one needs to be celebrated. I'm so excited for that. That's the reason that I like ask if a friend can like take me. Because I was like, I want to have something fancy for the PoE weekend. I'm so jealous. Like, I do have to say, it's not something that I can do a lot, right? Because, like, I always need to have a friend, like, driving me there. But, like, I'm really excited for that. We usually buy a lot of these things on Amazon. Like, most of the stuff that I currently have, like, my Pepsi and so on, we get via Amazon because, like, it's hard to get here where I live. In my little village. But... Oh, I run back if it's getting taken over, if I moved too early. But I'm kind of like excited to like see what they have, because they have like a lot of like Fanta and like Sprite flavors, and also like syrups. Because in theory, like, hi J-Coin, I thought like I'm such a fan of like, you know, lemonade. Why not just buying like lemon juice or like lemon syrup, technically, whatever like, you know, they have, and like sparkling water, and then I can just make my lemonade myself. Right? Which is probably like a lot cheaper than buying, but like... Because like, I don't know, I like the sweet sour mixture of lemon. I'm just like a big fan of that one. It just tickled something. I didn't, I want to say there's round end, right? And I wanted to be like up here just in case. Change of plans? Why are we changing plans, Athiel? Don't stop. Don't stop believing. I love everything lemon. Lemon is just so refreshing. I don't like... I'm currently having a Pepsi lemon and I'm a big fan. You know what else tickles? I don't know. You? A take? I don't know what tickles. We don't have a tickle command. So it can't be you, actually. We only have a stinky command. But that takes time to resolve. And the thing is, like, I would want to have, like, I I want to find lemon in store that is like where the zest is not being like. Everything except that? Everything except what? Sorry, Danielle, what did I say that you don't like? Like, I want to find lemons where it specifically said that they are not any pesticides on the zest, like on the outside. I know that they're not that much better, you know, I'm fully aware of that, but like it gives you a better feeling. Lemon Pepsi. Wait, you don't like lemon Pepsi? How come? Do you like any of the flavored Pepsis? Or you like not a fan? Oh, Inazuna seemed to shower today. Only 10% stinky. Don't stop believing. Oh, Sheila is stinky. I didn't know lemon Pepsi exists. It does. Like lemon Pepsi and okay, we also figured out today that lemon Fanta exists. Oh god, Sugar, you're like also super stinky. What did y'all do? Did y'all like roll yourself in like mud? I don't know why, but the only Pepsi for me is Max. Max is the like, okay, question. Max is the sugar-free version, right? No Pepsi. Yeah. Inazuna made me aware that they exist, and I was like, oh, let me try them. And funnily enough, I started with mango, then went for cherry and cream soda pop, right? But like lemon is just the perfect flavor of sweet and refreshing, and it tingles. It just tingles and it's good. Yeah, maybe you need another shower. Maybe you got too sweaty in here. Maybe you got to like too hot with our conversation. It used to be Pepsi Max before they simply rebranded to Pepsi Zero. Oh, I think that's also like probably like a country thing, right? What you call it in which country? Oh my god, J-corns. Ooh. Getting worse and worse in here. Getting worse and worse in here. Sorry. Okay, that is not on me. Wait, that is on me. I missed. Come here. There we go. No violence can run from me. No chance to escape violence. I need to like two-tap them. I'm not one-tapping them. That's the only thing that I realized. Good morning out here. How you doing? How's it going? How you feeling on this wonderful day? Ow. You just showered before stream? Apparently you didn't scratch behind the ears. Amazing. I'd love to hear that. Don't stop believing. That is not that stinky. You somehow got away with that. Don't stop believing. I don't know. I feel like I don't have like a really good ad clear. You got the gift for your friend's birthday. You finally got a controller on Monster Hunter. Nice. I hope your friend will enjoy that. Elbow pain is almost gone. Good. Ooh, another gold. Ooh. That's second gold, by the way. And 14 relics. Huh. But like the best thing was like... I didn't I got time pressured. My sacred protea relics. I don't wanna like. Don't make me fall. Don't stop believing. You really enjoy that redeem. If you have, by the way, other sound redeems, so like if you wanna like have anything like I mean like I already mentioned that, but like you need to like tell me if you like something like that is happening on stream regarding like sound effects, so I can like actually add that, because I can add a lot of like my own sound stuff, like shit that I said or anything, right? But like you need to like, you know, scream at me that you want that, like whatever I said as a sound redeem, because otherwise I don't know what's going on, and then I can't edit as sound redeem. I saw that some people like use outside. Ew, man. Yeah, but like the thing is, like I don't play Elden Ring anymore, so I feel like kind of removing that one, but I also have not found anything else that I really like. Because now we decided to like stop playing Elden Ring, right? So, yeah. Was a cute idea as long as I actually played, you know, Elden Ring. We can It seems I can't find Pepsi Lemon in my area anymore, but it seems like they do have Sprite Lemon. Is Sprite not always lemon? Are you talking maybe about like Sprite Mint? Because I'm for sure found Fanta Lemon and Sprite Lemon. Sprite Mint. That's also what I want to have a look at like on Friday. Because Sprite Mint sounds really good. Like technically like a virgin mojito. You have the lemon and you have the mint. Missing the sugar part, but like Sprite is sweet enough. Gold. Oh, I have Equinox. Let's use Equinox. One ring Daciers? Daciers? What is Daciers? Does say Sprite Lemon? It does? Ooh, then I need to look for that one. What the difference between normal Sprite and... Is this run electric tap that's killing... Yeah. The electric traps of Frolies are scaling with enemies' HP level. I do, to be fair, I do have ability electric Arcane Shards on. I don't know exactly what they're called, but the purple shards that gives you extra ability strength for electric. Oh yeah, Pepsi Twist, right? They do call it different outside of Germany for some reason. Hi, Ghost Killer. I'm doing good. Just chilling today. We need a recharge stream. We just need a really chill stream today, to be fair. Ow. So we just playing dumb stuff and testing around and doing stuff like that. Wanna have my... Oh, ooh, okay, that's killing me. Don't know fully packed heat or electricity like that. Yeah, you can either play around her barrels, which is gas damage, which technically is also like percentage HP, right? Or her electric trap, so, and then you just spam your two. And for acolytes, you do have her RPG. So kind of gorgeous. exactly how many, hi King, how many of the purple shots you need to make it like actually real good, I cannot tell you. I put 3 on because I have the space for 3. That's about it. The nice thing is also it allows you to play around shade. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that like back to back to back gold? Is that actually triple gold now that I hit? We will see how many like half night I level cap because like, I get hit by random shit. Okay, nullifiers are annoying for me. Noted. Nullifiers are simply removing my traps. That is cheating. They should not be allowed to do this. Oh, that was another nullifier. Ow. The only thing is, like, if you manage to put a trap down on a Thrax before you're going down, in case you're going down, you would absolutely never going down, right? That means the chance that they're actually still going into spectral form and you can then kill them is actually kind of high. Well, that's not too bad. Definitely a way to play this. You don't see me, but I'm swinging my hips here. What amp are you running? You can do exclamation mark amp if you want to, but I'm running the 547. There's also like a whole... Maybe not up to date, but I think I also put somewhere in Warframe Knowledge my operator loadout. Did I? Or did I only said I would do that? No. No, there's a whole operator loadout in the Discord. You know what? Forget that, actually. My channel is private, you don't see the videos anymore. I need to correct that. I will redo that video. You don't see that video anymore. The channel is privated. I don't use TikTok anymore. I forgot that it's a TikTok link. My bad. Ignore that. You can check in the Discord. You don't have to... Yeah, I stopped using Discord. I'm sorry. I stopped using TikTok a while ago since TikTok had weird location safety settings and also like we're kind of exposing your location apparently if you were not careful. So I was like, no, thank you. Like, TikTok got weird. Didn't like it. So I stopped using it. I know that a lot of people are like super fine with TikTok and absolutely successful, but like... didn't work out for me. Didn't like it. To be fair, TikTok was the account that I started even before streaming when I still was only playing Genshin and was posting a bunch of random Genshin clips on there, and I think that's also partially what probably... There's an add-on on top. Yeah, I do have the add-on running too, but if you want to read like anything more than that, or like want to take a proper screenshot. But I do have the Warframe extension. That is indeed true. Moon, thank you. But I'm running the 547. The thing is, you have multiple options. You can run the 777 if you want to, which is like shorter, like flamethrower type of thing, or like laser beam type of thing, which works, but like it's a little bit riskier towards level cap because you need to stay closer longer to enemies because it has a short range. You need to actually like hold it because it's more damage over time. I prefer the 547 as a universal one. For Eidolon hunting, And like some people prefer it because of the headshot multiplier. You can run the 177, right? But the 177 is like if you hit in any form body shots, you're doing 0 damage. And I prefer the 547 more because like I do not hit headshots. As much as I try to do, I was like trying a whole Void Cascade just to hit like nice headshots with my amp and everything. I did not. You can use the 7.7. The only thing is, you know, every time you're like spending time in your operator, you have two things. Your operator is getting attacked and your frame is getting attacked. Certain frame abilities activate something called frame vulnerability, right? Which leads to you still taking damage while you're an operator. And that is in Void Cascade towards level cap really problematic because when you lose your shield on your frame and then you're going back, right, you're insta dying. That's what like people like sometimes like die there or they're even getting sucked back into the frame because of that. I have not seen that sugar. Actually, I see the picture right now. I generally have not seen that. That looks actually fantastic because I want to test that because I found, like I said earlier, the Panther lemon that I want to try. I did also find it on Amazon already, which is like, I would say like on Amazon, everything is slightly, oh, my shade is down, wee woo. Everything is slightly more expensive on Amazon as if you would find it in store. Even if you buy it like in bulk, like a whole package of can. Well, like, I'm just happy that I found it. So like, if I like it and I find it in store, I can just buy a whole delivery to my home because like, am I even allowed to say that? My Pepsi lemon is already empty. Like, I'm currently drinking my last Pepsi lemon because like, and I still have like Pepsi cherry and Pepsi mango. Don't get me wrong. Like, but like Pepsi lemon is like, I got that one as last and like, I emptied it the first, and it's good.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your
Ah, gotcha.
take a look inside.
Yeah, Pepsi lemon is just really good. I agree. I really enjoy it. The thing is, like, with mango or like cherry is something you can't have every day, right? But Pepsi lemon is just, you know. May have walked away from screen and came back to Nolly. What was the reason for you to looking away? Did someone flirt with you? Did someone make like beautiful eyes? Kind of curious now. Might just get true. That is actually like also like such a like thing to think about, to just like, you know, just getting Pepsi because it's so much cheaper. Okay, I can't really help against misery because I can't help against misery. I'm staying too long visible. I might be dead here, by the way. I might actually be dead here. It could be potential that I'm like going down here because I think I didn't manage to shield recharge before. One spam, I'm trying. Nope. I mean, like, my shade is picking me up, so it's fine. I don't know, is it actually fine? Because, like, fuck your shade. Also, can someone kill misery, please? I can't do anything against violence. Pepsi Lime? I think I saw that. Honestly. It's like... But I have not tested that one. But Pepsi Lime also sounds... Okay, maybe we need to like start... Maybe we need to get like lemon and lime juice. Which you simply can and just buy like a lot of Pepsi because it's probably so much cheaper. and then just like add as much as you want. But I still stick to cans are tasting better. Like, as much as I like the bottles, right? But like, ooh, Toxic Maximus. Cans are just better. I know that bottles are cheaper because of like per liter, but like, nah, cans are the way. You know, opening a fresh can that does not have lost any gas yet, it's like just good. Okay, I feel like now slightly, like, now finally the enemy's starting to scale, and now finally I feel like doing damage. Yeah, like crisp snapping off a like, yeah, exactly. It's the crisp snapping of a can. And the thing is like also, and that is like super bougie, right? But if you open a bottle, right? You know, you need to actually finish that bottle, otherwise it's getting stale really quick. It's already stale the next day, right? And the thing is like, if you're like getting a can, because cans are simply smaller, right? It doesn't matter. You can like drink the next day something else. And the day after something else, right? Like, it does not actually matter. Like, what are you getting? It's just, you know, just too good. Me randomly finding like Equinox relics, you know, just, they're just there, you know. Random Equinox relics laying around. But that in theory means you can technically make every fruity Pepsi that you want if you just get the fruit syrup, right? If you just get yourself fruit syrup or like fruit pocket, no, pockets is the wrong word, but like the fruit flavor, right? You just can make like every type of like Pepsi you want. Strawberry Pepsi, mango Pepsi, but you still need to have like all of the syrups. So it's still like a little bit of work.
Mission to find out what's inside.
Hello. I arrived and I'm zapping all of the enemies. Also, let me put up my beauty. I feel like we need a throne for Fule. It looks just juicy. Look at that. Look at that. The range, the beauty, the everything. I don't know. Just looks good. Oh, yeah. It does take like 2 ticks to kill Thrax. I do have to say that. If you have like no priming and you're just using your 2, it does take around about like 2 ticks actually to kill the Thrax. It's not like insta down. It does take a little bit. Which can probably... I do have that duplex Taziko on, yeah, I do have that, but like sometimes it does what it wants when I like jump across the room and the duplex stays behind in the other corner that I just left off, but like I do have duplex Taziko on, yeah. like to show you my duplex clone right now, but like I don't see it. No, I probably don't spend enough energy. You know what, Skizzy, what the issue is? Due to efficiency, I don't spend enough no, it should still, because it's just additive. Right? It's just additive. But I still should get my duplex clone, because I was like thinking, no, I don't spend enough energy, but like I do because it's additive. Oh no, there's a new tweet from Pablo chat. Are we scared? Pablo tweeting after the Warframe shorts this week? I don't know if that is a risky thing. What you thinking? Okay. Ah, I fell. Alright, let me have a look where Pablo's at. I will take a look. Yeah, I can do that too. Okay. Pablo did say... Oh, the uses of invigoration, I think. Yeah, I just had a really quick look at the graph, but I think that's like the invigoration hourly use or something. I don't know. Stone needs to have a better look at that because I can't look long enough to actually process, but we can have a look after like our run is done. Oh, Gizzy! Gizzy! Stupid question, but is there a reason why your shade isn't running a weapon? I'm pretty sure my shade is running a weapon. My shade is running Tasicore. But when shade is invisible, it doesn't attack. If that makes sense. Shade, so only your duplex clone will attack. But then I have Tasicore on my shade. I'm pretty sure I checked and I had Tasicore on. If not, then I did a mistake. Oh, there's my duplex clone. There it is. Look at that. And it also only auto text. When your shade is invisible, same as Huras, right? They don't use abilities, nor are they attacking. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure I have Tasicore on. It's not showing up, is it not? Oh, then I need to like double check that. Maybe it's unequipped for some reason. Heroes will still attack depending on the stance. Will that not break then the invisibility? Wait, okay, maybe I said something wrong there, then my bad. But like I thought like they're counting as... They don't care? Okay, so that only then applies... Oh, I didn't mean to. Then it apparently only applies for shade. My bad. I kind of thought they're behaving the same. We can test it after stream, how exactly Horus behaves when it's invisible. I usually don't use Horus. Invigoration per hour was a huge spike on the 20th June. Everyone had a good reset on Monday? But like, is that not kind of like obvious that we have like on Monday, like a huge spike because of the reset? Hey kiddo! Hi Celestial! But isn't that kind of like, okay, maybe I'm like overthinking that, but I think it's kind of normal that you have on a weekly reset like a spike, right? because you see what you have, and then a lot of people immediately using the invigoration. Same as like probably you will always have more people doing ETA on Monday than you will have on any other days. Because people are like so hyped for the reset and want to just immediately do it, and then, you know. I'm stuck. Win. Okay, I see Tommen is like freaking teleporting after me. Do you wanna like... Excuse me, what exactly happened to that Threx?
That's it. We opened the relic.
Did you just see what the Threx just did? He just backwards zoomed through the closed door. Hi, Mary. How you doing? How's it going? Thank you for the hydrate. I appreciate it. How you doing today? Ooh. Oh my god. Just waking up from a nap? Was it a good nap? I hope it was one. You know, one that is refreshing. Come on, Thrax. What is it up with like corrupting Thrax in my face? I wish so much I had silence. I need to run more frames with silence again because like the quality of life of silence. Need some food and sleep was good. Ooh, what are we having for food? But I'm glad that your nap was good. If you want to obviously, you know, get your food, get your food. But yeah, Jaycon, I don't know if it will just taste like Sprite, by the way. I have no clue. I feel like it technically Sprite is lemon, right? But like, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. We would need to test it. So we will need to find it to actually be able to test it. So we will see on the weekend what I can find. Maybe some instant ram. Today is a lazy day. I mean, you can, even if it's a lazy day, you can make fancy instant ram. You know, with, I don't know, an egg, a poached egg maybe, and some rice cakes at it, and I don't know what else. Depends on them. What are we listening to? I think I never heard any of these songs that we're currently listening to. I was not even aware that they existed. I'm a little bit bamboozled by the songs. Whee! Look at my queen. Standing around and chilling. Showing off her beauty. Okay, Skizzy is hacking all of the reactant, maybe? No, Skizzy has even less reactant than us. Where's all of the reactant? Okay, no, never mind. Skizzy has some reactant. And back we go to protect this one. Frostwick, you might want to move for the reactant. Like, you're fine, you still have a whole Exilizer, just keep an eye on it. I'm going to defend this one. I'm taking it, don't worry. One of these days I'm gonna avoid Cascade Lava Cap. Go for it if you feel like doing it. If not, don't overthink it. It's not something you need to do. Solo? You can absolutely do it solo. There's a difference in like playstyle if you want to do it solo or like in a duo or like in a group. I personally don't enjoy doing solo. I find it rather boring and not something I have like super much fun with doing it solo. I simply have to say that. I prefer doing it in a group. But like actually, if I'm being all honest, to test things, I prefer doing it like in a duo. But like, if you want to play solo, go ahead. Nothing will like change a lot. Ooh, nice, another Oberon. I think the hardest thing is when you're like doing a like solo run is that like everything is on you. Like the attention, the moving, the paying it, like the counting. I mean, like you don't have to necessarily run a fisher, but like everything is on you, right? So if you're getting unlucky, you literally just popped an Exilizers, have 3 Strexes like, you know, attacking you from that Exilizers, while another Exilizer is still getting attacked in the other room because you had to move. And at the same time, a Acolyte is spawning, and like simply that pressure. I think that is actually like the biggest thing, like the pressure that obviously put onto you when you run solo. But besides that, I don't see a big issue with solo. That's why I like duo, because with duo, most of the time you like don't care for shit because you're still staying far enough away from each other that it doesn't matter too much. But like at the same time, you still have the like little bit of like extra pressure on you because like it's not when you're like playing solo a duo and when you're doing fast duo runs, you don't see much of each other technically. More like passing by type of playstyle. So ideally your attacker is already leaving the room in the second that you as a defender move in. Depending like how your rotation is. But like yeah, usually when you're running duos, your attacker and your defender never want to be like in the same room. I was gonna tell Kuma to pull up to tower this coming update we find a gamble. True, we're going to gamble. But like the thing is like we have like Brisk now. Is it Brisk? No, I think it's Brisk. But like he's gambling too. At least it looked like he had something like to do with gambling when he like looked how he got his weapon. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. So I find it like kind of like probably that would be a good duo maybe. Wanna do that one? Briscoe? Huh? I'm pretty sure he's starting with a B. I'm pretty sure he started with a B, so Briscoe, yeah. But like he looks pretty cool. I'm also like more curious about the like female ice frame that we're getting. Female cryo frame. I'm really curious about that one. I'm excited to see what they're cooking with that one. And with that like, you know, unofficial, official, you know, autumn update that is coming soon type of thing. Soon, like we're talking about it in September. So we're talking about it in 2 months and then getting it, which kind of like still sucks, but you know. Better than nothing. I mean, like, I don't know if it will be better, right? It will be different, but like, I personally do like Frost. Frost has his bubble. Frost has, you know, like for damage for weapons, right? I don't know if I would consider it better. Maybe it's even worse because we all hate her design. Yeah, better is debatable. I do agree. Okay, I need to like kind of like hide somewhere now. And that's the issue. I need to spam 1, I think. To be able to scan. Oh, that's my bot. Wait, the acolytes don't give points because they're like low level. Okay, there we go. Frost 4 pulls whole frame kit worth of weight. That is not true. You also want a prime with the extra, like, ice. I don't know which order his abilities are, but like the one, the ice avalanche thing. And the overguard you're gaining from there, so... Wait, is that the 4? No, wait, which one is the snow globe and which one is the... I don't know anywhere around his abilities are. I forgot that kinda. I kinda wanna take this one. Frost. Abilities. Yeah, I was talking about biting frost, by the way. I was talking about biting frost. The one is the snowball. Second is the white waste. That is okay. I find the only ability I find bad is the freeze, I guess. I didn't mean to press my weapon. But the snow globe also carries. Yeah, the one is like, I think the one that is kind of like the type of thing. But besides that, I think like the snow globe carries. The snow globe did carry for the longest time for the Riri, let's be honest. For everyone that played the Riri and had a frost for excavators towards level cap, that was, you know, necessary to have like in any form of frame like that. I like my aim. Maybe it would help if I don't park my bot directly underneath their face to try to like shoot their head, you know? So the angle's not as awful. Yeah, globe is good, I do agree. Okay, also like super random thing, but it kind of bothers me. I currently hear my neighbors that are living underneath me, right? I took earlier a package for them, right? The thing is, I hope that they don't like, I don't think so, but they didn't ring today to get their package. Like during the whole day, and I'm kind of annoyed because it's like big, and it's kind of like standing in the way. But it's also like heavy. I barely can't lift it. I'm surprised, like, you know, I think that's the only reason that I was like, fine, I'm taking it from my delivery guy, my post guy, because like, I'm sorry, dude, did you have to like actually carry this all the way up here and then they were not there type of thing. And like, now I'm like, maybe I go down there tomorrow, like afternoon or something, and I'm like, hey, I have a package for you, but you have to like grab it yourself because I freaking can't like carry it. It's too heavy. It's so random. I'm not making it in time. I'm not making it in time. Yeah, I'm not grabbing you. You Frostming. Go girly pop. Freeze them. Show them the cold shoulder. That means all my enemies I was about to kill to revive. I'm confused. Not me. I didn't make it in time. Okay, you got yourself. I was on the way, but I was still in the front of the room, so I didn't kill anything. I probably would have dropped like a shock trap on you, so they don't bother me as much. But oh, nullifier. On stinky nullifier. Same like the right move. I'll lean the package against the door, but they're normally the usual size. I mean, like, that's also, like, an option, but, like, I don't feel like I wrote, like, I signed for that package. I don't want to, like, have it get lost or anything, but, like, the thing is, like, they need to, they need to, like, grab it themselves, because, like, I literally can't. I can't help them. I understand that this was their main purpose of, like, you know, having it delivered, but, like, not my fault that they were not home when the delivery guy came, type of thing. But I can't bring it down for them. I don't know if that's even the thing that people expect, because in my opinion, like, if you were not there and your neighbors took it for you, you go to your neighbor and, like, grab it, type of thing, right? And not the other way around. Who would Zaku? I don't know. It sounds like a good course of action. Yeah, kinda, right? You have full HP. Maybe you had a take on you and you didn't, like, realize or something. I don't know. Also, Geronimo. No, wait, chat, Geronimo. How that happened? Oh, fuck it. Oh wait, yeah, you're playing Ravuna. Your status immune. No arcane left behind. No arcane left behind here.
Your relic is opened.
I have no clue how you do. Also, you're playing persistence with Runa, so what killed you? Like, not even that you were full HP, that is like one thing, but like you should have had multiple seconds because you're playing persistence. Maybe Invis Norway? Ooh. Yeah, maybe like something like that, right? But like even that, like nullifiers, like as we all know, don't like reset your in immunity. Just your active abilities, but not your like passive. Or at least not Varuna's passive. Disable. Oh. Oh, you think you were okay? Since it did hit you in that second, you also did get visible because your one did run out. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, Frost was your first ever Warframe? That's not possible. Frost is not a starter, right? Wait. Frost is not a starter. Which one did you start then with? Nope. What? Nope. Frost is not a starter. No. Oh, you're not including starters. Are we going on? Are we leaving? Okay, we're leaving. I was like, kind of like... I kind of forgot where we were already. But we like... Yeah, can't confirm. Kind of chill. Fully kind of chill. I do have to say that. Okay, let's go. Let's go. I'm not sure if I'm max actually in reactant, but whatever. 121. Fully kind of chill. Yeah, fully kind of chill. That was not intended a bad, you know, cross joke. Are we leaving? I can't stand in here. I'm dying if I'm standing in here. Yeah, first week. You're killing us. We will.
Stabilizing the Zeraman is a foolhardy strategy. Started to degrade our enemy's.
You don't, Celestial? You don't have the prime for Frost right now? Maybe it rotates back in a bit. But we did have a really long, like 2 years ago when Ember Heirloom came out, so Ember and Frost were like available for like a really long time. Oh no, it was Ember and Rhino. I'm talking bullshit. It was Ember and Rhino. How many exercises? You have the prime? My bad. Yeah, you were kind of killing us. We couldn't do anything. Okay, how many exercises do we have now? I fly 121. 121. We had actually Albrecht into Creek into Docking Bay, and we were running an hour, and I need to go back in here. An hour and 27. Wait, that is actually slow for like a 435. Wait, that is wait. Oh no, we did run a little bit. No, never mind. We did run a little bit longer. Holy. Oh, I didn't count how many kills we had yesterday. The mass rotation, true. That also probably slowed it down. We had a whopping 2023. I nearly reached our year. Look at that. I nearly made to reach our year. That's kind of funny. Okay, I do still have like, I think I catch up a little bit on the kills. 4.8. 4.8 thousand. Oh, that's pretty. That's on the lower side. We have 1 plus 5 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 5 plus 3 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 1 plus 6 plus 2 plus 5 plus 1. I did mix up my word choices. I got lucky. 3 plus 6 plus 2 plus 3 plus 1. 73. 73. Alright, nice one. That was pretty chill. Hehe. Funny number taken. I killed a whopping 233 Eximus. I'm so proud that this is like, you know, what I'm getting called out for today.
Never just wish you were a Cephalon, so you could switch bits of you off. Let's see what twisted wonders the void has created. Ah, thank you.
Thank you for the run. Thank you for joining.
Yes. Goodbye for now.
Let me have a quick look at Quinn. I don't feel like doing anything, but I still want to know.
Hooks dragging through
Anyway, nothing good up.
We're all trusting in you.
Alright, full is on the list, ladies and gentlemen. With that, oh, I can change the list, chat. I get like 5 times more damage next time. Good. I can change the list, chat. Are you proud of that one? Here, wait, where's my list here? Fully starts with an F, so it needs to be after Amber. Oh, is that chat? I think we're not on one page anymore. I think the command is splitted. Nope, we still made it. We still made it. Whoop whoop. See, fully even like applause for us. Look at that. Look at that. You got to change your companion? No, I had a weapon on. Look at that. I had Tazicore on. I was running Tazicore with a corrosive setup. corrosive shivering contagion setup. Yep. But yeah, I did have shade, and I had. The only thing I probably would change from my loadout is dropping the park velocity here because I do have Prados, and actually going for one equilibrium shot. I want to swap viral. Funnily enough, I don't have a Tazikor viral setup. Like, all of my setups are with corrosive. Don't ask me why. It was just showing up. No, that is fair. I just wanted to, like, check if I did it wrong or not. Viral. Multi-shot. I could technically still use my Riven, even just because of the fire rate and the status chance, actually, yeah. Oh yeah, fast hand, magnetic. Magnetic. Fast hands. Yeah, the thing is, like, okay, like, let me quickly finish that and then we can talk about that. I don't want to forget to finish that one. Shivering Contagious, I can't run. What am I running instead? Heat? Oh no, that turns. Oh, I do have electric on this one. It's innate electric. Oh, that's why you run corrosive. More fire rate. They don't understand. Sentinels can run, and you need on certain, like, the one Riven, like, companion Riven that you will find is super expensive is for Verglas, because you do need for Verglas Prime a Riven to hit the crit chance to trigger Tenacious Bond. Or status chance. Ooh, wait, I can't fit it. Why can I not fit it? We need to run something cheap. You know what? Let's just run Radiation for the reload speed. Because why not? Fine. It's a companion after all. Okay. These apply to the second ability of her that I was using, the electric trap, right? They're gain 50% ability damage on enemies affected by electric status. You get ability damage, so you're getting stronger, right? Why you don't need so many equilibrium shots is because of Arcane Sculpture, because your second ability does trigger Arcane Sculpture. So you constantly have 175% ability efficiency, even with blind range. So it completely negates, even so it says here, 45. Sculpture will put it to 175, so you're kind of comfortable. I was running no equilibrium shots at all, and I was still completely fine the whole run out. I would still consider probably dropping one of them for just a little bit of quality of life, in case you don't have a lot of enemies to kill. But I literally I didn't run a, yeah. And the thing is, since you don't use any weapons, since you're constantly staying invisible, I run Prados for the Parker velocity. So I don't need necessarily the Parker velocity shot because Prados is always more. Technically, you can use it because it's additive to each other. And one cast speed. One cast speed feels enough for her, to be fair. Epitaph and Burst, I just have... Like, that is up to you what you want to run. There. Like... But yeah, the arc traps. And I use the Thermia RPGs to kill acolytes. If I'm not completely lazy. And for Shade, that is a complete, like, Ghost, Duplex, Vacuum, Regen, Guardian. You technically probably... Keep in mind, from Companions, it reads from the top left to the bottom right. So whatever you want to, like, have them, like, most important one, you need to want to have top left. So I have Ghost there because it wants me to, like, stay invis. And Duplex, like, also for Shade is important. It will not attack or use any of its ability when invisible, right? But the clone can't use abilities. Right? Do you need 2 cast speeds for her? I feel like at least the shock trap is kind of quick, and even raw felt kind of quick that I'm using. Raw is good because of dot damage. It's a general. Raw is a general faction damage multiplier and also applies tick because it applies once to the raw damage, one to the tick. Right? That's why you like raw on her for the tick damage for the electric. I don't know, I personally didn't feel like I needed 2 cast speed, but I do run Madurai. I do get a little bit of cast speed from Madurai, I do have to say that, so that's probably like also like why it feels like a little bit smoother, because you always have the base cast speed. I was thinking that too originally, Silicon, and then I realized, but like 2 duration? But what are you running duration? Her abilities are not affected. They are affected by duration, but like I don't feel like you need duration. But maybe I'm wrong. Abilities are not affected by range. That's actually true, but they are affected by duration. But like I don't feel like she needs duration. But yeah, pretty decent. I'm a lazy 10. How much duration do I have like on her? I felt like I had over 50 seconds with just... Yeah, but that's only Silicon if you, like, if we don't get Plague Star back. I have just with Prime Continuity 46 seconds. But I find 46 seconds pretty decent. So you don't need raw. I like half of the time I'm pretty sure I had like, I didn't have raw up. I suddenly forgot to like, you know, have my raw up on time. But like, yeah, okay. That was a pretty good start into the day. If we get it again, it's GG, yeah. I mean, like, that's kind of the whole issue with Arcanes. Like, generally, that is the whole issue with Arcanes. Like, Arcanes will never recover. Look at the amount of Arcanes I have. And I don't even have a lot. There are people that are way more than me, but like... I should just start trading again. I should just start trading again. Okay, let's go testing. I want to test it a little bit. Call you hotshot Gamber? I don't know, like, let me see how much phosphor I have right now. We can do gamble if I have right now phosphor. If I don't need to, like, put anything into phosphor.
One must make the best she remains as she was, Tenno. We truly have accumulated
But I only have one of those. My next quest is OP, so I'm almost done with the story at least. Nice. Doing great. Okay, Arcane Dissolution. I have 19,000 phosphor. Okay. Yeah. Arcane Havania. That's why you get a hotshot, right? You get a hotshot from the Havania Arcane. The thing is, like, you do need to remember, nothing out of this set here is worth anything. Like, generally anything besides Arcane hotshot, even Universal Fallout. Yeah, let me go through all of them. So, Universal Fallout. Universal Fallout at rank 5 is 100, by the way. It's 100. That is not even worth to sell anymore if you like think about the price. It is a freaking 100. You can also, I am not gambling energy. I have multiple energies to gamble, but that's a waste. Escapist, I don't even need to check. And like the other one, also like who wants energize right now? Everyone has to energize, like from all of the events where energize wars. Okay, what is probably the most, like, I don't know, Crepuscular, Bellicose? Arcane Crepuscular at rank 5 is 29.30. Right? So none of these arcanes are worth it besides Hotshot. And Arcane Hotshot, I think, even lost its value. So I'm not even sure if it's worth to freaking go for Arcane Hotshot. Because it lost its value. Arcane Hotshot at rank 5 is currently 450. Yeah, Silicon, the price of like Energize is so low because it got brought back in every single event. We had last year and this year so many Arcane events, and we had non-stop Arcane events, and every single one was the Eidolon Arcanes. Yeah, I don't think it's worth to actually gamble for Hotshot, but I don't know what else to gamble for if I'm being honest. Usually I was probably gambling for this one, but like, you don't want to have the thing with this one here, right? Secondary Shiver and Longshot Sharpshot are not worth it anymore. The thing is, Longbow Sharpshot is not, it's worth a lot, but if you actually look how, like, it's not being sold a lot. So Longbow Sharpshot is only 250, right? So it's kind of low. But if you actually check on statistic how often it's being sold at rank 5, it's been sold today less than 10 times. And yesterday was like less than 15 times. You know? So you don't sell a lot of them. So yeah. Arcane Icons, I don't think we need, like, some of them actually got higher up in price again. The Mirror Defense Arcanes. You mean, the thing is that probably also not worth it because these one got added to the Nocco farm. You're talking about Steadfast, right? Steadfast and Encumber and so on. Right, the Necrolist. Are you talking about the Necrolist one? Oh, no, you're talking about, no, you're talking about, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, and Kamba got nuked because you can get that now from Nocco. Yeah, it was insane before, but it got nerfed because of Nocco farm. It drops now on a relatively high percentage as reward for Nocco, I think. If I remember correctly. Secondary Encumber. So the thing is, like, it's actually, yeah, you can drop it like Nocco like crazy. So, like, what are you actually gambling for? The haters making a plot? Kinder. I don't know. Okay, we would need to here check, like, how much is Primary Blight? Is it actually back to the Viri Arcanes? Primary Blight. Primary Blight is 6, yikes, 55. Ugh. Okay, that one is 55. How much is Shotgun Vendetta? Shotgun Vendetta got high. By the way, as a tip, if Plague Star gets announced again, get yourself Shotgun Vendetta because people got crazy because people were like saying you need Shotgun Vendetta for the event. Shotgun Vendetta is 100. So Secondary Outburst is also like nuked, right? Yeah, Secondary Outburst is still 100, 150. So probably you're going back to the Viri Arcanes. Generally, I think you probably go back to the Viri Arcanes. Because none of these are worth it. I mean, either you gamble for hotshot, but I don't think it's mathematically worth it because you only have like a 1 point something chance to actually get one. So I think the chance is actually 1.7 because you have in total a 5% chance to get the legendary, 5% divided by 3 because, you know, it's 3 parts, so 1.7 to get a hotshot. So yeah, arcanes in general are kind of in the drain, I know. So you probably either go for the libary because it's like kind of fine, but like I don't think you will sell a lot. And arcane hotshot is like the second best because people are still making like a lot of videos about it. Like, oh my god, you need to farm it, you need to do it, you need to like have it for your macer, or like it will boost every weapon, you know. But like in the end, out of this whole, you know. Yep, I still think this one's probably better here. If you want to gamble for something, go for the VV Arcanes. The thing is, funnily enough, a lot of Eidolon's Arcane are generally fast recovering for like a decent price. Like, especially like always stuff like Avenger. Like, Avenger is always kind of fine, Fury is kind of fine, Precision is kind of fine, Rage is kind of fine, right? Acceleration and Agility is some people like using. Ignore like the legendary ones. You don't want to go for the legendary ones, or you don't want to hope for them too much. But like, I don't know, Arcanes are like, I would need to do math which one of these ones is actually better. Because I would need to actually check each of the uncommon arcanes here to know exactly which other price we covered for them. Because keep in mind that in the last event, you could only get one of each. And I think people were kind of tired out because we did have the full event right beforehand. So, if you're interested in the drop chance, by the way, are all listed on the wiki. Like, there's no science behind this. All drop chants are listed in the wiki. Maybe actually, no. Secondary Fortifier was always still a good price, so maybe actually for the Caviar Arcanes. Which ran longer because of the bugs, yeah. Maybe actually, because Secondary Fortifier is still kind of good. I don't know how much is going like nearly exposure for. You can get them from Caviar, I'm fully aware, but like I'm kind of curious. Exposure is going for 90. And I assume we have like kind of like either the market is completely saturated. Influence is going for 70. So you have like two things. Either the market's completely saturated with these arcanes, or you can actually get one. Because the Crescendo is still something people buy from time to time for certain setups with combo, right? Influx and Poser is kind of good. Afflictions from time to time popular on certain frames. And Fortify and Ice Storm should also be kind of like, you know, pretty good. Except if that is also like now because of the... Yeah, Fortify is 70, 60 to 70. And Ice Storm. Ice Storm is... Okay, Ice Storm is a little bit lower. Ice Storm is like 55 to 60. Never go for exposure, always insist on going paid. True. True. But like, yeah, that maybe is actually like also like an option by now.
I'll just... All satisfactory, I trust.
Come. We have much to accomplish. Your attention.
Okay, we have bounties. We have... Oh, we do have an exterminate. For 27 minutes. Okay, let's go for like, before I'm going to testing. If anybody wants to join to run Steel Path Exterminate, to max out our standing for today, it is second highest tier, and we simply have to destroy 60 decorations.
The enemy does not sleep. As you
Your joke was a good joke. why I have like so big on. I can't tell you why I have so big on.
We have our work.
Okay, Aegis is 110 plateau. Yeah. Like I said, you would need to like look for yourself which one is actually mathematically like the best. I would say the top 3 are like all looking kind of juicy, or like not juicy, decent. Actually not juicy. I wanna lie. I'm surprised that Eidolon is being good if you think about like how many times the Eidolon stuff came already back, like all honestly. Like generally, I'm so surprised that like, but like you need to like do one thing, Silicon. You not only need to look at the price, but you also need to look at the average sold per day. Because if it's like, you know, rarely being sold, I don't know if it's then, you know, necessarily worth it to get just because people will have the price in. Remember when Energize was like 3k? Luckily, I never had to experience that. I got my Energize first in the first Jade Star event last year, and I was kind of happy with that. And good it for me. I also never relied on Energize. The thing is, like, Energize is also not what it was, right? I mean, that's pretty decent, actually. Honestly. With still so many Aegis, so I just want to, like... Not that you're all hoping for something because you just see the price and then actually... Because that's kind of like the issue with like the super expensive stuff, right? Like, yeah, it's super expensive, but it will take a day or two actually to get your hotshot. Sometimes you're getting lucky and you sell it immediately, right? But like, if you're not undercutting by like a lot and you're kind of like staying the average with everyone else's price, expensive stuff will take a little bit to sell. Because not everyone has like 400 or like 300 pot laying around, right? And it can be still be fine with energy orb effectiveness, but yeah, nowadays it's the thing is like you just have like equilibrium has like such good value due to like the way you have synth deconstruct and everything. I think that's personally for me. You have equilibrium shards and you have equilibrium. And now with even like with Arcane Sculpture, I rather put Arcane Sculpture on and use Bright Bonnet, which triggers Arcane Sculpture. Sculptor, not Sculpture, Sculptor. And which is like, I know, boring combo. Wait, Arcane Hotshot is only 200? Yeah, then it's absolutely not worth to go for Hotshot, to be fair. Like, that is a... Like, I got 600 for my Arcane Hotshots when I sold them. Yeah, 200 is absolutely not worth it to, like, gamble then for it. I would not gamble for a Hotshot then. Because you have, like, nothing else in the package that sells. And you get, like... Oh, volume. Oh, wait, volume, yeah. Price is 400. Yeah, I was thinking that I looked at it for earlier, but I want... Wondering if someone dropped it. But are you, like, also checking max? Did you change your overview to statistic to also max and not single? Arcades? You do wanna check if they're maxed out or not? Yes? I mean, like, I'm surprised that there are that many sold still. Well, that's pretty decent then. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like Maya. I like Maya. Yeah. I need Aya because I need more Gara relics.
Enemy does not rest. Nor do we.
I just need way more Gaia relics, and that's the thing. But to be fair, we got like another, like, I think we got out of 30 relics now 3 blueprints. I think that's actually pretty solid. If you're thinking about it like that. Oh, that's a lot of markers. Oh, it's a lot of markers because the map wraps. So that's like underneath us, so the maps actually wraps. The map wraps around us. Oh, I actually have no clue how to get there. Wait, not here. We will see how we get there actually in the end. We will see how we get there. Oh, okay, we have the open radio, open room. That explains a little bit. You know, grabbing some dealer on the way. Because why not? And then still not having a fucking clue how to get actually to that room, but you know. Doesn't matter. It is like somewhere. Oh, is it this way? Wait, that is so... Oh, wait. No, actually... Oh, wait, huh? It is in the hidden room. Okay, one of them is, by the way, like a marker for... Hi, Toffee. How you doing? How's it going? Wait, is that not the one that moves? Am I tripping? Oh, it is. Wait, never mind. It's the double voker. There was a marker, but like... Get me out of here. Up. Sorry.
There you are. Yes, yes, good, good.
Game is going well. I'm also a little bit tired. Wait, but we are steel puff. I did not even check, but I do assume we are steel puff. I think Stone would have screamed at me already if we done 2 runs on non-steel puff, right? I am sure Stone actually checked for that. Could trade arguments against relics? Which arguments do you need? Wait. What arguments are you talking about? The arbiter arguments or which one? You should have just said something if you're missing one. I would have given it to you. I was not aware that you're still missing some. I'm sorry. Dad, if something like that always happens, like the syndicate arguments? Mirage Limodante? Okay. That might take a few days because I literally just used all of my standing before this run here for relics. But I'm getting 34,000 a day, so you know we should be okay. I don't know which syndicates are there. I'm Red Veil. No, I'm Suitor and Arbiter main, and then I have Steel extra. I don't even have Red Veil. I have Steel Meridian extra. Do. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Hi, Crimson. How you doing? How's it going? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. So right now, by the way, it seems like we're playing for a while the Assassin's Creed game, like Wednesdays and Saturdays, except if we're doing something else. Okay, like I'm deciding that I want to do something else, but like we're going to like hardcore grind Assassin's Creed to like actually finish that game, which is kind of good because otherwise I think we would like struggle to actually finish it, but you know. But if you still want to vote, the vote is still up in the Discord for another few hours till tomorrow afternoon or something. We might see if we like also add like, you know, a little bit of PoE or something. Maybe not directly like, maybe not directly now on Wednesday, on Saturday. But, you know, for sure we will have some PoE time. We will for sure add some PoE time here and there. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. Ooh, lemon drizzle cake. By the way, chat, did you realize the difference? I streamed the last 2 days in with 6,000 upload instead of 5,000 upload. Did you realize the quality difference? I'm streaming for a while now when streaming Warframe, but only when streaming Warframe because I can only do that when streaming Warframe. On 60 FPS was now 6,000 upload. Thank you for the hat pad. When playing other games, I still have to stick to 30 FPS when like playing like heavy game stuff like Elden Ring or Assassin's Creed. I can't fully go out and do that with 60 FPS yet because like it's the recording in 60 FPS that kills my PC. I don't even think it's the streaming of the games in 60 FPS, especially because I like do encode via my graphic card, but now I did check that and it actually works pretty well. But it's the recording and I do like to record because like I know, before anyone by the way says anything, respectfully, I know that you can download your VODs, but like if you want to properly edit, your VODs are not good. You do want to have separate audio tracks for your voice and the gameplay music, otherwise the editing is bad. Also, I just don't know, but like recording like always looks smoother than the VOD. I can't put my finger on it, but it always looks better. Simply looks juicier. Looking at, I'm glad I was looking at. I'm glad that I'm just like slowly finding a balance of improving the quality of my stream, because I think I'm like audio wise I'm like kind of okay now. I still don't fully like my microphone settings, but I don't think that I will like get it better like without doing insane proper research and testing, and honestly I don't have the capacity for that right now. Like I do think you could do a lot more with my microphone, right? I generally do think that, like have a nicer, smoother overall voice with less background of sounds. Just watch the first minute of Dev Shorts. Wait, what's going on Dev Shorts? Now I wanna know. Oh, Oh, Jade Star line of sight. I mean, like, that was to expected, to be fair. Honestly, that was kind of to be expected. I don't know what people, like, thought about the whole Jade Star, because, like... I don't know. Too much AFK potential, so yeah, absolutely. The range on it and everything, it's just like too... You like it down there, Stone? 88. Yeah, I was like, I have not watched it because I don't watch it on stream, but I will watch it and like write down notes for after stream. Dad, I do need to...
Come on. Let's at least pretend.
I'm sorry, Chad. I need to like take my meds real quick. 1 second. Wanted to wait till we like done with submission. What's to be expected? I mean, like, I'm kind of glad that they're like thinking about it. I think it's good that they're at a point where they want to rework it, because like, just because I don't struggle or like a few people don't struggle, most people find it annoying. Most people struggle with ETA EDA, right? And having only frames, or the majority of the frames are like Hildren, Revenant, and Dante, you know, it's kind of to be expected for like the whole thing to happen. I was like, if you hear like a weird sound effect, that is my neck pillow, because my neck is killing me. When Pablo shows the graph, he said it's static for us. Yeah. I just put on my neck massage pillow, by the way, because like I am getting currently a stiff neck from my migraine that is about to show up. So we have to like, you know, work against that. So no migraine for me, please. Actually, no more stiff neck. What can you do? But like, I'm glad that, no, what I want to say, I'm genuinely glad that they're looking at ETA, because I know that a lot of people find this game mode tedious and also like struggling with it. So I'm really glad that they're like, we have to change something to make it more accessible. The only thing I personally see, and I will say that out loud, it doesn't need to be made easier. I would say yes, they do want to like look at some of the modifiers, but like, they don't need to make it easier. EDA is considered one of the last modes. It is always meant to be like in a full squad, right? Is it shitty with full squad because a lot of people like are like mean as soon as they don't see someone carrying them? But that is like always the issue of like online plays. That is not the issue of EDA ETA, right? And the thing is like, yes, people don't always have all weapons built. I see that. This like randomizing effect can be really annoying. But like, people also need to understand and like look a little bit into the potential of a weapon, and not just like, it's not meta, it's bad, and like that's the reason why I don't have I don't know. How make challenging game mode when some frames are immortal? That is the thing. You just have like so much damage potential and everything on a frame. So like they also don't need to make it easier, because like it's maybe I'm like riding on a high horse there, but I don't find EDA that hard. It can be really annoying, but it's not difficult. I mean, tech disables ability. I mean, like, that's bullshit. I don't want to have that either. That is like, that sounds like the weird bosses. Right? But that sounds like those weird bosses, and I don't like these ones, the hardcore bosses. I personally, for example, like, I don't like the hardcore bosses. Like, I find it funny when people, like, you know, I ask for more content and people like, we have the hardcore bosses, but like the hardcore bosses is not like a game mode that you like enjoy playing on a regular base. Like who's actually thinking like, I feel like doing like the tank like on hardcore right now, right? So like, I don't know. I just want to have like more game modes, not... I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, wizard. War every evening? So, like, so much that you know exactly what he's saying, right? You feel like suffering today? Are we not suffering every day just from existence? People need to accept that for stuff to be viable, they actually need to invest FOMO and stuff. The thing is, call me out on it, but you don't need on most weapons more than the cutters or a like reactor. A one format build is enough on a lot of weapons if you know how to utilize the rest of your loadout, aka actually know what is multiplicative, actually know how to like bring a good primer with you, right? Actually, I think one of the first things people need to do is start to invest into your sentinels. Generally, start invest into your sentinels. These sentinels are your best friends for that shit, and they don't get randomized, right? That is the first thing you need to remember. Your sentinels are not randomized. You can choose whichever sentinel you want, right? So you can bring someone that nukes with contagious bond, or someone that constantly pick like shield gates you, like Taxon or Vibra Prime, or you know Cold. So to see, you know, with Tactical and Shivering, or Burglars and Shivering Contagious, right? So you have a lot of options for that shit. A lot of people leave so much potential behind. And then always the argument, yeah, but like I don't have that many, like, Spectre. Okay, then you don't have your Spectre, but you still have your on-call crew, right? The thing is, like, if you tell me you don't have Spectres, you don't have your on-call crew, then I will tell you, maybe, yes, you have ETA unlocked, but maybe ETA is not your, like, thing to do yet. Because this game mode is hard. It is supposed to be hard. And I will stay to that opinion. You don't have to choose every modifier. A second. It is totally fine to not take every modifier. It's totally fine to only go halfway with your modifier, so you can bring one of your own frames and one of your own weapons, or one of your frames and take two non-personal modifiers off. Or there's a lot of combination you can actually choose, because like going for halfway is still good enough compared to Metro Cells. Because you still have the chances for like a lot more rewards from there compared to Netro Cells, so especially ETA. ETA, since you can get combined shots, has so much value actually for you. So actually, yeah. I just think, like, look a little bit more into the game, and I don't mean like high investing into every single frame, but look a little bit more into the game. Warframe is a game, well, it is a sandbox game that likes to be actually played. Right? You don't want to like have only like 10 hours in the game and then be expected that you can do everything. Alright, we're done with that one. Let's go buy... No, oh my, never mind. I actually bought my shiny treasure yesterday. I actually did buy my shiny treasure, but don't forget to buy your shiny treasure.
But it makes me feel good to help you protect.
Don't forget to buy your shiny treasure. Okay, now I want to have a look really quick with you. No, actually not quick, but like, I want to have a look. I want to have a look with you at the legs. So much blue this week, right? I do want to have a look with you at the legs. I do have a damage calculator open on the side. Let me put that actually on this side for now, or if I need a big. So I looked into multiple builds regarding my damage calculation. I don't know yet which one I want to go for. Because... So... first things first, what is always important when you test stuff, you need to like unequip your pet, your companion, and you need to choose a frame that is not buffing. Most cases, if you use a primary or secondary Excalibur, looking at the lines, LEX, we're looking at the LEX. That sounds like a, not airplane, what is it called? Airport. Oh no, that's not my testing here. Testing. Where's my testing here? So you really gives critical chance for secondaries as long as you move. That's why you don't want to do it, right? So I go for Excalibur because Excalibur doesn't, you know... If you look at the passive of Excalibur, right? Loading. You have Arclex, yes. So here you need to pay, quote-unquote, a little bit attention because Excalibur deals 10% increased damage and takes 10% faster when wielding swords. And I need to sneeze. I'm sorry. I didn't reach my mute button. It's too far away currently. I can't move. I'm stuck on where I am. Alright. So that's usually... So I want to have, like, multiple things. Oh, that's the Furious. That's not the lags. Yeah, lags. So... Viral. Let's go with actually what I already like calculate. So this is my viral setup, right? With not with flare, with Dead Hat. I wanted to test Dead Hat first, right? So this is the first setup that I chose. The thing is with the lags. And when you look at the lags, it has multiple incarnate evolutions. It's also like a weapon that will never be vaulted, so that's actually kind of nice. Isn't it? Thank you. So yeah. I'm not sure if my evolutions are correct because I choose the extra critical damage and critical chance. I don't know if actually... No, I still think I like this one the most. What do I have here? Oh, we do have reload speed. You could think about extended volley just so you have magazine capacity. The thing is, like, the recoil, since when you're running Dead Hat, I don't think it's necessary to have this one. Then you could swap over to the magazine capacity with the idea that magazine capacity never applies to incarnates, or you go for reload from empty. You go reload? Okay, I will test that one. And here I have the increased damage. On sheared break. I mean, like, that kind of fits. Okay. Did I just fire a shot in the... Alright. Anyway, we're not questioning that. So this is the first setup, right, that I wanted to test. The second one that I wanted to do, if you compare the same setup that we have with Flare. So this one here does around about 2 million average, right? If we're going for Flare, we're doing a lot less damage. Oh, wait, it's normal attack. Never mind, it's not uncommon here. We're doing 2.3. So technically, Flare has a higher... Is that actually true? Also, why do I have, like, an unranked frostbite? Because here you have the headshot multiplier. And with Flare, you don't. Huh. So with Flare, you get 480% base damage. Here you get 360 plus the headshot multiplier. But apparently still flare does more damage. Wait, that's interesting. But I did put the For the last one, that is the issue. Like, we somehow will only be able to not fit heat on this build because we do need base damage. We cannot. We could technically for fortifier just rely on galvanized shot, right? We could do that, but I think it will be more comfortable if we would need to like test it. So when we're going for fortifier, because as far as I see, the weapon is not multiplicative, so we don't necessarily need base. Is it multiplicative? That's not multiplicative. Is it? It's not. Oh, the incarnate is. Yeah, no, wait, then we do want to wait, no, then we don't want to. We do want to go Hornet Strike. We do want to have base damage. We do want to go base damage because since it's multiplicative, you need to have something it can be multiplicative of, so... Oh, but Cannonade feels horrible. What do you mean it fits nicer? It fits perfectly fine, I just can't run heat. I just have just corrosive. And to be fair, to just make the, like, you know, we will drop... wait, that's a little bit annoying, because, like, I wanted to go viral, as always, but, like... I don't think that I can fit Frostbite. Oh, I can fit Frostbite, never mind. I want to have, like, always the same, so we can, like... That one calculates too. That calculation has to be wrong. 100... Wait, that drops from over 2 million to 100,000, 180,000. That is true, Crescent, but this weapon has an awful fire rate, and I don't run negative fire rate mod. I don't use creeping bolt size. Why is this one so much weaker? It should not be that freaking much weak. I mean, I miss out the dot damage. I'm fully aware of that. And I do need technically external priming to, like, say, yes, you want to, like... Okay, Fortifier feels horrible with just viral. What the f... Wait, that is awful. Wait, that is so awful. Okay, how do you fit Hornet Strike? How do you fit a Fortifier build with the lags, damage-wise? I mean, you do have to drop, generally, Lethal Turret. You have to drop that. I mean, even... Wait, I don't know. How does it feel without the fire rate from lethal? By the way, it's just to have it to go over and over again on the... on the... You can get, by the way, first things first, it's just a habit to go with the energy. We don't use any abilities to do anything. Secondly, you can get fire rate from reinforced bond. Like, and you do want to have additional priming for galvanize, obviously. Oh my god, my fire rate is so low. I'm holding the button, by the way. That is the fire rate this weapon has. Yeah, I don't have Aximus, that is indeed true, but I also don't have magnetic modded, so it's not even multiplicative with the magnetic. Because I don't have magnetic modded. Yeah, it is still 8 times damage, that is true. Okay, by the way, the fire rate is like... Okay, I need to like think like... I did cheat a lot because due to your relay and my Riven, I was running to comfortably kind of run for the fire on my run yesterday. But like my run yesterday was also like in a full squad, so I was not really dependent on using the weapon like that much. Yeah, you definitely want to have the external priming, and you also want to have reinforced bonds, so you need a frame that has like... I mean, like, I'm just using now to test, I don't even use cannonades, because I don't use cannonade. It's just Hornet Strike. I think it doesn't matter, right? I have a 2.8 fire rate with this one. Because if I use cannonade, right, you can't even get the fire rate buff from reinforced bond. That's why I didn't want to use cannonade. Let me use worm, I guess. With Tazicore. Because of reinforced bond. And Tazicore for the priming. I'm running viral, so I'm running a corrosive primer here. I don't have a corrosive shot on, to be fair, but... Okay, that fire rate from reinforced bond is already, like, a lot better. Still not perfect, but, like... I guess I don't have the attack mod on. Do I not have an attack mod on? Why is my worm not doing anything? I do have Coolant League on. I'm running this one. Fine, we're fine running that one. Oh, true. Coolant League only triggers if you have no overguard, right? Okay, with external priming to max out your galvanize and the extra fire rate, that is already like a lot better. Like a lot. Like, I feel like photo fire on lags is not a good thing. Like generally, if I look at this. Let me go back to normal heavy gunner, by the way. I generally feel like it's not. Like, type of thing, you can do it, but, like, you should not do it. I did it, but, like, I also run, like, But I didn't have external fire rate because I was running Deriga actually. And Deriga can't run reinforced bond. You do have the advantage that you have infinite punch through on the Incarnate, so that's kind of nice. But like, is Flare actually that much better? Let me check that one. Does Flare feel like a lot better? Yeah, depending if I hit headshots, but the thing is, like, I find it rather hard to hit headshots with the Incarnate on. I find it rather hard to hit headshots with the Incarnate activated. Yeah, I need to aim higher, yeah. Does feel similar, I do agree. So they can see with your energy color? What do you mean with my energy color? What colors are my legs? My legs not standard? Oh no, my legs is not standard. There. Better. Better. Yeah, but you also get on heat status effect, right? Keep in mind for Flare, you don't actually have to kill to get your stacks. You just need to get it on heat status effect. So I guess that's also like an advantage because like you don't rely on the kills, you just need to apply the heat. Mixing those out, probably, What other options do we actually have for secondary options? Just like, let's quickly go through them. Okay. Secondary shiver? Wait, no, here, accuracy. Not really. Empowered? The same as Flare, just worse. Overcharge? Back to Warframe after 3 months. I hope you will enjoy it, Mass. I don't know about that. Voltage? No. Dexterity? No. Encumber? No. Innovate? No? Actually? No, 44%. It's a no. Secondary search. I mean, like, we're going through all of them. Give me a second. I will look at it. I will look at it. Innovate, no. You have base 44. Fortifier, you, like we already tested. Irradiate. The thing is, before anyone says irradiate, you need to reach 10 stacks for irradiate. So you would not be able to get that at all without someone else applying the radiation stacks. Even so, Lex is innate radiation, you will kill the enemies beforehand. Kinship. No. Merciless. No. Outburst. No. You can do that with a crescendo build, but I don't see the advantage. And you're saying on ability cast, next shot gains a damage multiplier for every 200 current energy. But you want to like add that then on frames that have battery on, right? Like something on like Corvex or something. And like damage multiplier still means after every after every shot I need to recast? Wait, that feels horrible. Wait. Yikes. Also, you're still missing the base damage for, like, you still need to run base damage for the multiplicative Guncio. So you still have, like, the issue with Hornet Strike. I mean, on Plinks, it actually makes sense. Yeah. But the thing is, I see... The Lex is multiplicative CO, actually. The incarnate form, we talked about that. The incarnate form is multiplicative. The base weapon itself not, but the incarnate is. So if you run actively the incarnate form on, that part is multiplicative. So yes, you do want to have base damage for that one. It's just not the weapon itself is not multiplicative. That's indeed true. Wait, Lex Incarnate is like the only wide body projectile weapon that doesn't get it? Pretty easy. I will not. I mean, I could test it, but I'm really bad at testing these stuff. I will just multiplicative Guncio. Let me double check. Yeah, I'm checking on the website. I'm always like, I know how to test it in theory. I'm just really bad with testing these things. Is the Lex on the list? Lex is not on the list for multiplicative for condition overload, so maybe you're right. I just always assumed it. I mean, like, Chad also told me, to be fair. Like, because I could not find it directly on the wiki that it is. And usually, like, I don't want to say that the wiki is, like, always true, because the wiki is not always true. But in most cases, the wiki is kind of accurate with, you know, information for, like... Not always right, but often correct, if that makes sense. Because if that is true, then we have a lot more places to play around, because then we don't actually... But the thing is, for quality of life... No, you're actually right, Zai. Now, I did double check that you're right. It's also not on the list. The thing is, for Fortifier... Right, for Fortifier... I still feel like you want to have Hornet Strike, because, like, just relying on Galvanized Shot feels kind of shitty. But, like, you could drop it for Lethal Turret then again, and just hope for the best. But still, back to the thing for, like, Surge, is that for Surge, you need to, like, after every cast, you need to, like, after every shot, you need to recast. It's all good, Skizzy. It's all good. I mean, I didn't check it myself. To be fair, I just relied on information. YouTube, can I ask you a question? Why do you like retracted messages, by the way? Why is that like a thing? I mean, I know you can do that on YouTube, but like, why do people do that? But yeah, I think for like Surges, like, it would maybe work on like frames like you're really good, where you like constantly spam the one anyway, right? So you get the buff from your really, from the moving around. Your Warframe is being very choppy. You mean the game? Are you like installing it weird? Like when you're on the launcher, you might want to like check all of your data. You can go mid-click. It's all good. I was just wondering, because I had like yesterday a person as well that like did that a lot. So I was kind of like worrying a bit about that. That's the first thing you want to do is when you're like in your, if it's performance-wise or anything, if you're in the launcher, you can go in like onto the little setting wheel and make sure that your data is verified. That's the first thing you want to probably do, Maz. And then you want like, you maybe want to like restart your PC and like check if that's anything. And you also want to probably check if your what is it called? your graphic driver is up to date. You had that, Jack? Do you know like what happened or like what was the tip? I'll reinstall your NVIDIA drivers. I was thinking about that. It has probably something to do with your drivers. The thing was, it was actually kind of interesting because for Assassin's Creed, right, on the day Assassin's Creed came out, right, there was like obviously an NVIDIA driver update, but like I tested the game like a day before we started streaming it, and everyone in Reddit was like, don't update your NVIDIA drivers, it will make Assassin's Creed run really, really poorly and lag a lot. And I was like, well, yeah, so it's not up. I mean, like, as if I ever would have updated. Because when you started this laptop, wait, how do you have like an RT60 4060 in a laptop? Anyway, alright, back to the idea. Which, like, the thing is, like, for... for search, I mean, like, we can... we're just running the same build over and over again because it's, like, nicer to compare. Also, like, what is my build saying here? This one here. If I put surgeon, what does my damage calculator say? We're using font form. Oh, wait. That one. That one. Yep. Okay, where's sewage? For Khan, we have 2.7, so if we're casting it... Yeah, but like, Jack, the thing is, like, I don't want to be relying on a specific frame, if that makes sense. I don't want to do that. Because I don't want to tell you when I give you a build, you do need to combine that. Okay, sometimes you do need to do that when you do, like, for example, like, specific Sobek setups or Aki-core setups, right? There it makes sense. But if I give you like a general weapon build, I don't want to tell you that you are relying on Tenacious Bond, you are relying on an external primer, you are relying on... Okay, you kind of rely on an external primer because you only have 2 elements here, but like, you know what I mean? Do I see that the buff is even up? I mean, you hit nice red damage. Which is probably partially Yaveli. No, that is fair, Jack, and that's actually also like what you should do, right? Because you want to like have the most comfortable setup for you. But like from my point of view, like it's just like sometimes that works. I do have certain setups. For example, when we're taking I know what I'm thinking about. I just need to find it. Is it my viewers? No. I know exactly what I'm thinking of, or which weapon I'm thinking of. I'm just... Yeah, Lado, right? Is it Lado? No, never mind, it's also not Lado. I know what I'm like thinking. Please believe me, I'm looking for a specific weapon where like... So I have certain setups, right? Where sometimes I'm playing around specifically with you know, getting the additional additive crit chance from your rally, because it's 200% additive crit chance, right? So with that one, you then don't reach, like, I know which it is. It is Latem. It is Latem that I'm thinking about here. Latem. So let's play around the, like, idea of, you know, Yareli. Why is Yareli and Latem an interesting combo? The base critical chance is 22%. A lot of people would suggest either to run a full non-crit setup, right? Because Latem has this wonderful setup that you get 2000% damage on non-critical hits, right? A 50% chance. But what you can also do is playing around situations where you don't consistently have the crit chance, because you're starting with 32%, get 200% additive crit chance, and then if you have the 2000% buff because you did trigger it, you can then go over the 100% crit chance with Crosshair, right? And that way you can make really interesting plays. And you're also saving the spot for this setup that you don't need to run Innovate, and you also don't need to run... Innovate is also like an option for the Latem, right? Because you need to build up the crit, and then when you got your 5 crit hits as crit hits, it will reset, and then you have again a chance to hit the base damage buff, right? But yeah. But you're also saving the slot for critical chance, for Pistol Gambit, so it allows you to for example, Crosshair to even more, or whatever, other quality of life you want. But that's, for example, a setup where, I do play around certain things. Or, for example, for Zareen, it's already, Zareen is interesting, Orexia is interesting a lot of the times, because they do get the, specific buffs for weapons, and especially Orexia in her 4, right? But it doesn't apply... You love Lex with Cascade of Flare, but on Kume... that is probably because... But, why Flare with Kume? Why do you think it underperforms on other frames? Because you need to just deheat, right? You can simply have your outside, your companion trigger the heat for you. When you, think like that, right? You're just priming the enemies, which will make it easier for you to hit Galvanized Shot the max. I don't even know what setup I'm currently running. I think it's still that setup. Oh no, it's still the Surge setup. A lot of status get applied for the Galvanized Shot and the heat, yeah. The thing is, you can do all of that if you want to be independent from Kuma. You can do all of that. It was Razor Synapse? I'm glad you figured it out. I'll check, I don't care. It's not the end of the world. You can do all of that with your companion. You can achieve all of that with your companion. Good night, Inazuna. Take care. If you're running a corrosive setup right here, like this one, and then run heat, and run magnetic, and then reload, can we prime when? Probably quite a bit. We're currently getting it released after the order of frames, so the next one is Citrine, then Calero, then Dagaf. Probably in that order, right? So you can look up who comes after. So that would be, if you're interested in the order, we're getting Citrine, Kulavo, Dagaf, Korvik, Stante, Jade, Kume. So Citrine this year, Kulavo will probably start off next year. Then we get 3 next year or 4 next year, right? So Kulavo, Dagaf, Korvik, Stante. So that would be probably in 2027 that we get Kume. Mass, I'm really sorry to disappoint you, but they already announced Citrine Prime, darling. It is not male, male, female, female. That is not true since last year anymore. That is not true since they released Sevagoth out of order. That is not true since they released Sevagoth instead of a female frame, because they already had a deluxe skin that they turned into the Prime frame. Then we got Zaku. We don't know if Zaku considered female or male, right? And after Zaku Prime, we got Lava. So we got technically a male frame, a gender-neutral frame, and a male frame, right? And which still missing one female frame, right? And after that, we actually got, after Lavos, we got Yarili, which then turned into Caliban, which then turned into Jaya, which then turned into Varuna. So we got a complete unexpected order of, we have three, like, and Stynex now, right? So we had, since last year, Protea female, Seragov male, Zaku neutral, Lavos male, Yarili female, Caliban male, Jaya female, Varuna female, Stynex male, and Citrine female. And Citrine is already announced, so nobody comes at me with that is not true. They did announce it at TennoCon, right? So nope. I don't know where you all got that from. I know that people hyped it up, but TennoCon is like over now for like did I have that still, that command? TennoCon was on the 11th, and on the 11th, so 16, no, actually not 11, no, 10 days ago. 10 days ago, they did announce that we're getting an autumn, in the unofficial official autumn update, with the ice update, with the ice blade, the update, we're getting Citrine Prime. And all of that, we're getting more infos in September, because literally everything they said at TennoCon was, haha, we're going on to summer break, see you in September, darlings, bitches out. Technically, that's all they did. By the way, auto scan, best skin. I mean, now you can just swap the weapon, right? Oh, you mean the fire animation? Like, yeah, I don't give a shit too much about it. It's so cute skin. They better showcase a cinematic trailer for Citrine. True, we did get one for Yarili. We did get one for... We didn't get one for Caliban. We didn't get one for Jaya, but we did get one for Varuna. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, but yeah, for what you like said, by the way, regarding the flare, instead of Kume, you can just have your Sentinel completely carry for you. So I have a corrosive heat setup, so that will help me a lot. That will prime corrosive and magnetic while I run a viral setup, right? So when I now like start using it, I will on purpose, wait, let me actually swap to flare. Garuda Proto Skin, we do have a Garuda Proto Skin that's called Vina, and we have an Ash Proto Skin that is called, forgot the name. Yeah, Ash got one too. Ryoku, thank you. Forgot the name for a second, sorry. Thank you, I just forgot the name. Look at that. See, like up here, that you're, yeah, my rage and my fury is getting triggered, for sure. Here's my flare. Then my flare is immediately maxed out, by the way. See that? My flare is immediately maxed out without Kume, you're just using your primer. But yeah, we have like also, but you also already know that Zareen has one and Frost has one, right? Darius and Orion have synergy together. They are like one frame. They don't have synergy. They are like one frame. But yeah, you can just trigger flare with your companion. They're one frame kinda, right? They do count as one frame here. There you go. And you can like swap between them. Boop. 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 Okay, enough shenanigans. Okay. Back to Excalibur, because, you know, Lollipop doesn't want to buff. How to farm them? You need to do Jade's Constellation, new quest. and then you get 2 railjack missions that you can farm, because there will be farmed via railjack. You have flare hotshot. Yeah, flare hotshot is really nice, like to trigger flare via your companion, to trigger hotshot via your companion. You can technically also trigger universal fallout via your companion. You can trigger arcane stretch via your companion. You can also, if you run on your primary weapon, galvanized mods, you can also trigger them on your pad, but like I'm not a big fan of that, but that works. So there are like certain... Yeah, you get loaner railjacks. You don't need to like have your own railjack. The railjack plays are scripted, and you use them. You use the one from the Protoss is actually like, it's actually kind of decent, to be fair. Trying to make universal builds for the thing is, like, what I currently try to do is I try to like, okay, I want to make a video this week for the Lex, because the Lex is currently in rotation, right? I'm trying to get better at making videos, right? I am producing videos, I'm making shorts, and I'm producing videos. Let's just talk open quickly about it. 1 second, right? And the thing is, like, when I do my videos, some of you may have seen my first video, I try to actually explain the build. I just don't want to like show you the build. No, I want to like explain you what we're doing, right? And to be fair, I need to do more research on the Lex. It's not that I'm like done right now, and it's absolutely correct, and thank you for making me aware that it's not multiplicative. I just thought that, you know, the incarnate form is multiplicative, right? But like when I want to like tell you, like when I want to show you, I want to explain to you what is the difference between Deadhead on the setup compared to Flare on the setup compared to secondary fire setup. Why, for example, is, even so it is innate radiation, it's not a good option to use irradiate, right? Because a lot of people, like, as soon as something has radiation, people like use irradiate, but like you don't get the 10 stacks because you're killing before you even get the 10 stacks because of the raw damage of the weapon in most cases, right? And so you, for irradiate, you would always need an external primer to hit them. So, and obviously you can just make every weapon usable with arcane hotshot, raw, nourish type of thing. I'm gonna go do the 2-jack because like some of them, not all of them, are getting better traction, and sometimes it is like nicer to use these short, like nothing against the message, it's just nice to use these type of shots to like try to bring people to the long form content, because that's what you kind of try to do as a content creator. You try, if you can keep up with this. I can clearly absolutely not keep up with this, but like you usually try to get people from short form content to your long term content, right? And that's what you try, because people like scrolling through something, find something interesting, and then wanna like stay and look more into what you're doing type of thing, right? But that's why it's important for me to explain why, when are we going viral versus corrosive, right? I did try to do that in the burst. I might probably copy and paste it for this video too, because it's just like, I don't want to assume someone watched the other video, right? But like, why viral versus corrosive? Which, like, secondary arcane? Why do you want to use the external primer? Because like, especially when you play purely around galvanized shot as your base damage, I'm so sorry. You do want to make sure that you always have your 3 stacks up, right? That is way easier when you're using your like companion to do this. What other benefits do you have for your companion? You have tenacious bond, you have the fire rate from reinforced bond, right? All of these things. So it's like actually like really beneficial to talk about the whole synergy part of a weapon, even if there's not actual true synergy. If you put this weapon onto Zareen, it will always do better. If you have a Rhino with 200% raw, it's obviously always doing better, right? But like, I want to try to make it like good without relying too much on things. Will people still complain about like, I don't have that? I mean, like, yeah, but like I can't change that. I can't hold your hand. I'm a nice person, but I can't hold your hand. You know? And funnily enough, a lot of the times when you start to do damage calculation, people going like crazy. Dexterity, by the way, is like also like really strong on a lot of setups, especially when you weapon swap a lot. Because like dexterity is like simply like, you know, using melee influence for a lot of the like roundabout like enemies for like the quick clear, and then you're using your dexterity setup weapon because you get more like base damage without worrying about your stacks. To then kill like single targets, which I kind of like find nice. But then I would usually in my head, Runa does want to hold. I am holding your hands, but like I can't make you farm every single mod that you need for a build, if that makes sense. Hand holding more in the form. Hand holding like generally more in the form of like if people tell me they don't have it, what do you expect me to do? I can tell you an alternative, but for certain mods there are no alternative. You will lose out on a lot of damage if you don't use it, right? If you all of a sudden, instead of like having like 110% crit damage, all of a sudden use normal target cracker, and you only have the going from like a 5 times crit multiplier to like a 3.8, yes, you will lose significant damage. Right? Same for Pistol Gambit. I mean, over Pistol Gambit, you do have creeping bullseyes, but you are sacrificing your fire rate, which I would absolutely not suggest on the lags, because the lags already feels awful in my opinion. Even with like 4.5% fire rate, I still personally don't like. I still want to have an addition reinforced bond, right? But what I definitely try to avoid is showing things with ribbons. I know that some people do that, and for certain setups it is needed because you need really specific setups or really specific like combination. It is okay to start with, for the most case. I do agree on that, but you also need to simply agree then that you lose either quality of life or you lose damage, right? But what a lot of the things does not work if you swap away from the galvanized mods. That I have to say, like, if you don't like at all use galvanized mods, it is because you're losing. For example, for this setup, if you would use like fortifier but then normal sure shot here, you have no base damage all of a sudden. Because keep that in mind, because on this build, your only base damage where all of your stats are like based on is actually the on-kill effect, right? For diffusion, it's also multi-shot, because what is the advantage of multi-shot? And I'm repeating that like so many times. Each single pallet has a chance to crit and apply status, right? And with our crit chance of 126, if you then think that each pallet with the multi-shot, like with a 8 times, no, wait, where's my multi-shot? With a 2.7 times multi-shot, and that is without the galvanized diffusion stacks, right? Then we don't have overcharge for secondaries. It would be really fun if we have overcharge for secondaries. That would be actually like insane if that was like a thing. But yeah. Why, by the way, the legs over the bolter, which are both this week? No clue. I made my last weapon video was a primary, so I wanted to go for secondaries. They're way too unique, especially when you think about like how many times you roll. The only time I show my ribbons is when I'm being honest about why my damage is higher. Because, for example, for my favorite weapon, Falker, which, you know, I use up and down, right? I will not lie about that. Oh no, I broke my game again. Give it a second. Is it like opening? Is it not opening? Alright. 4, 5. Oh, it is opening. It's breaking me again, right? No. Yeah, Chad. Game is over. Oh, I hate this function so much. I'll be right back. I need to out of 4. I hate that. don't click on your like on your, what is it called, focus school weapons in Simulacrum. Hi, Samuel. It will break you. It will freaking break you. Oh yeah, you don't see my model for some reason. I'm sitting here to the left, by the way. If you're wondering, you see my tail coming around the corner from time to time. I'm doing good. How are you, Thomio? I received the hat pad. You just can't see it. Yeah.
Creatures you have immortalized would cry out in thanks.
Doing good. Was busy. Nice. Yeah, it was good busy. Okay. Oh, all got into smart home. Oh gosh. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Welcome in. Oh, for sprinkler, so it's like automatically sprinkling. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, what I wanted to actually like point out before I misclick is my favorite weapon is the Falcor, right? And there I usually do show that I have a ribbon, because first things first, for like a long time when I was still using this ribbon here, I was not running double sec. I was actually running galvanize for the extra crit damage. Well, technically from galvanized steel, if you have a weapon with more crit, you have like the critical damage is diminishing returns. Right? Diggles prepped you. Right? So like that is technically the question, because like diminishing return from galvanize, right? Because you do have the purple shots. So yeah, but like here I usually do show my Falcor Riven because it does make a difference. But like I do also have a non-Riven setup. I usually, whenever I run one of my favorite weapons as a Riven setup, I always try to have a non-Riven setup to like showcase. Both Rivens do look good. This one has range on it, so that one is kind of useless, and this one doesn't have a third stat. So that's the only thing. This one doesn't have a third stat, this one has range, and you don't need range for the explosive playstyle. You would need it for the bouncing playstyle. That's why I'm still have not rerolled this one, because like I still want to do one day like a weird bouncy build with like a wisp, but I simply have not done that. You know, I have not done that at all. Gave him a pretty good burst and riven. I only have one burst and riven right now, I think. Never mind, I'm lying. I have two. Oh yeah, I still have that one with 330 rolls. Oh, my burst, by the way, is still like messed up from the video that I took, because like I don't have like Here we go. I think the weapon where I earned the most revens of is probably Akicore, I would spontaneously say. Yeah, I have 3 Akicore revens. Well, like 2 are shit. And... well, actually only 1 is shit. Did I give 1 away? Maybe I gave 1 away. And Furious. But like Furious, I think I sold 1. I have 3 Furious Riven. A bunch of old ladies that walked by stopped for a bit and talked to me while I was taking the front gun. That one, by the way, I had listed for a really long time and I never sold it. Well, this technically is one of the best rolls that you want for if you're doing Disruption, right? So I'm kind of curious why this one never sold. I don't know. Because this one is like technically insanely good for Furious. For disruption. That's why I never rolled over it. I'm so lazy with selling ribbons. You pop it into like Warframe Market, you list everything. Okay, how do you sell ribbons, right? Ribbons are slow sellers, right? How you do it is you just always online. You're not showing in Warframe Market in game, you're showing online. So people want to actually text you. Ribbons is the only thing where it's fine to actually text you on Warframe Market directly. And how you be like always online without being bothered in game, you hide all of your normal listings. There's like one click on the top of the website where you can just hide everything. Hide your current listings for the normal things, right? And that's what you do it. So when you don't actively trading, right? Well, the things you can sell ribbons for like quite a high price. So that's why it's worth it to like have like, if you don't use the ribbon, right? You still want to like try to sell it because like you don't get value from it, from like having it sitting in your pocket. It's more for duplicate ribbons. I mean, like, if it's just for duplicate ribbons you have not rolled, you can always check actually here the in-game thing if someone asking for one. Okay. I still don't know exactly what I want to do with legs. We will see. You'll see what turns out in the end. You will see what turns out in the end. The cookies are being topless. I don't know. You'd have to tell us. But anyway, for today, I will call it. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Samuel's ego is big enough. Don't worry about that, Jack. But like, thank you so much for coming in today. I really appreciate it. We will see us tomorrow for Assassin's Creed. If you want to like check out any of my socials, feel free to do so. Also, like in the Discord is still for a few hours going on a vote regarding which game we're playing on Saturday. If you want to like look into that one, you as well over there on YouTube. But thank you so much. Why are you putting me now upside down? I will not go upside down right now. I will stay seated right where I am, but I appreciate it. Good night. Thank you so much. Be amazing. Stay hydrated and see you tomorrow. YouTube, I will not see you tomorrow. YouTube, I will see you on Sunday. But the rest of Twitch, I will see you on Wednesday and on Saturday. So thank you so much and see you. Bye.